we go. Confirm. That's good. That's good. All right. All righty. Let's open up. You need. There we go. There we go. You just want to go through a list of questions, or you want to start with introducing yourself first, who you are, I guess, and what you do?
Guess I can do that. Jordyn says I'm kind of hard to hear. Can anybody hear me? Everybody hear me?
Is that working?
Hopefully they can. Okay, so they can. Well, I'm Jetpack, of course. Most of you already know me. 31, and I work in the IT field. I do various things. I fix computers, I fix video game consoles, I build websites, I work on databases, I do a lot of stuff, but I'd have to say my main squeeze is probably being a pen tester. So I get paid to go into companies and find holes punched in their security systems, and then alert the company of that, and I get paid to fix them. So I get to legally get paid to hack computers.
Lit.
It's nice. I get to do what I love, and I get to do it legally without getting in trouble, right?
If all you guys aren't technical, that your jealousy should be in 24-bit.
Yeah, for real, right? It's fun work. Like I said, I enjoy what I do. You know, otherwise than being on stream, which I'm on here, but I'm also the guy that streams UFC events.
Yes, most popular UFC streamer in stream.live history. Confirmed.
Yes. One of the largest.
And live.me history, and uTorrent history, and JTV history. We can keep going.
I wish I could cover all those platforms at once, but I came to stream because, like I think I told you before, live streams platform is not as open. You know, their software costs a lot. You can't really do much with it, and the software. And I got a good computer. It's just it's a CPU hog, man. You know.
It's a pooper.
And, streams platform allows you to stream, you know, directly through OBS Studio, which is cool because, you know, RTMP streaming is way better than live streams. It's just crap. So I had to leave, and I came here to mess with all you people on stream. I guess that's what I'm here for now.
That's what's up.
It's fun.
Did you get a chance to look over the questions?
Did you actually send me some?
Yeah, via Skype, the list.
Let me take a look.
Just in case there's any on the number, just a little glance. The number you don't like.
Nothing crazy.
No, nothing crazy.
Let me see. Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, buddy. I was behind. I didn't see the 18,000 questions. My phone even died earlier, so I kind of got screwed. I was like, man, I wasn't getting any information. I had a buddy who was just here. I was like, you gotta leave. I gotta keep going.
Exactly right.
Oh, so first question we see here. If you were God for a day, what would you do? Mm-hmm. Well, I think the first thing I would do was probably fix every school system with a snap of a finger.
Fantastic choice.
Financial problems, food, all that stuff in the school system, because if you don't have good education, we know what happens to you later in life, right?
Yes, we do.
And for the younger ones, but it's always the ones that overcome it and overcome the problems. They can work together. That's what I think love is. You got to work together, and a lot of couples don't do that now. You know.
Yeah, you got to find that common ground. You got to find that common ground.
And I mentioned this, I told you the other day, Jackie was in there, and I was talking about, you know, how in a relationship, relationships are supposed to be 50-50, 50-50, 50 part of the work on each side, you know.
Yep.
And when you're not, and it's 60-40, or it's even 55, you know what I'm saying, like 55-45, it just doesn't, as soon as it starts to go that route, it's not a relationship anymore. You don't care as much, and if you don't care, you start to not care even more, and, you know, it just goes from there. But if your relationship is, say, 50-50, you can work and you can get around your problems together, you know, I think that's actually what love is, not just saying it, you know, like, oh, I love you because I get that funny feeling in my stomach, you know.
Yeah, you have to mean it. It has to be wholehearted or not at all.
Yeah, so I have to say, how do you know your love is when you are together, you know, I mean, literally together, and you got it figured out and stuff like that. So.
Well, the sound coming through Isaac is all that matters.
Yeah, so, all right, well, I guess my next one is, what is the most important invention or innovation that has happened during your lifetime? The internet. That has to be probably one of the largest, still is, most people will tell you, one of the largest inventions of mankind. It is skyrocketed even to create this site, to so many platforms, to the phones, to the instant communications, that it's opened so many doors now that it's fucking awesome. You know, I don't care what anybody says.
It's
awesome.
amazing. It's that shit from with Star Wars, that galactic computer they in the show that they defend with all the Jedi. That's what we have. The whole world has it, not just the Jedi.
And you think about it, like I said, back then, I mean, I'm pretty sure most of us, except the very young ones, remember when we had beepers, okay? We even had fucking beepers at the time. You had to pick up the phone. You had to, you know, and your mother would pick up the phone, like, get off the fucking phone. Like now, with the cell phones and how everything works and how I can talk to people and meet people all over the world instead of just in my area, I find that to be absolutely fascinating. You know, it really does open a whole new world. For instance, I met a guy, we were in a pen testing group, which is like a hacker group, and he was in the Netherlands, and I was teaching him this stuff. He was just over, he flew over here for the first time in America. We never met face-to-face, we always talked on Skype, and came here and stayed 3 weeks with me. He's a really good friend of mine, and I never would have met this guy without, you know, the internet. So the internet, I think, is probably one of the best inventions of today.
I agree.
Right next to crack cocaine.
Cracks everywhere. Like the internet.
How would you spend your ideal day? Shit. Well, if I had tons and tons of money, my ideal day would probably be busy the entire time. I know most people would say be lazy, you know, and not do shit or sit around or whatever. I would try to cram in as much crazy ass things I could do at once, like skydiving. You know, go skydiving. After that, go eat some fucking nice ass restaurant. After that,
or skydive and make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich while you do it. But there's one rule: if you don't complete the sandwich, you can't pull the string.
Or skydive and try to drink a beer. You know what I'm saying? Beer helmet. Put that shit on the hat. Just fucking suck it in.
You're like, guys, I'm way too wasted. I can't. Oh shit! I can't do it. Oh no.
How would you spend it? Yeah, that's how I spend my ideal day. I would spend it doing as much active stuff that I could possibly do within a 24-hour time frame.
That's a great answer.
That'd be it. At the end of that, would definitely be sitting up staring at the stars at night because space is the shit. I love it. I love space.
Cosmos is my thing. Yep.
You have to be in Hawaii though, where you can actually see the fucking galaxy. You know,
you can actually see the Milky Way
of the galaxy. That would probably be the most badass thing to end off an ideal day.
Definitely.
What, if anything, is too serious to be joked about? In my case, nothing. I think a joke can be joked about practically anything at all. I think it's in the context that the joke is presented. I think it's the person, you know, I think in today's society, there's too many sissy ass people with you know this persona where people just they don't want to hear this, they don't want to hear that, you know, they think this is over the top, and to me I say fuck you to all those people, because living life, you know, you have to have comedy, you have to be able to joke about anything.
You do, and it lightens the impact of load that comment makes. You can literally transfer the way you approach it to funny and take it away from the pain.
I mean, you can make racist jokes and they're hilarious, and some people get pissed off. I'm German. You can make all the white jokes, German jokes. Nothing really offends me? Nothing. You know, you got too many people that get offended today. I think society has turned into a bunch of fucking sissies. People seriously just can't joke about shit anymore. You know, you can't say certain words. You can't talk about certain groups. I say, fuck you. I'll talk about whatever I want to talk about. If you don't like it, too bad. You know? That's good. So yeah, for me, I'd have to say, yeah, I don't think there are any boundaries at all.
No boundaries.
I think those people that are uptight have more problems. You know, that or if there was some sort of trauma in their life where they don't find rape to be funny or drugs to be funny or whatever. But
and we talked about this, Jet. Selective sensitivity is lame.
It's different, you know. That's why I said it's people need to be a little more open-minded and quit being fucking pussies. That's basically what I need to say.
Exactly.
Chill out, you know, take a chill pill, man. Relax and enjoy life and joke about whatever the fuck you want to joke about.
Exactly.
You know. Who would you choose to be shipwrecked? Oh, I'm missing one. What 3 adjectives might other people use to describe your personality? Shit. Let's see. Tech savvy. Caring, and a dreamer.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna respond to her. It's like asshole. I was like, yeah, you know, if there was a 4th adjective, maybe you could fit that in. But a funny asshole.
Except for those are positive adjectives, by the way, Mr. Obamacare.
Yeah, a positive asshole is what I would call it. Positive.
What do you mean positive? That asshole bought me a car.
Yeah, being an asshole for the right reasons, okay? That's what it would be, an asshole for the right reasons. When you have to be an asshole, you know, that's when you have to be. Who would you choose to be shipwrecked on a deserted island with? Jesus, this is a tough one.
I do, but I know the answer already. This one for you.
It's a tough. We talked about this the other day, but that was with just streamers.
That's correct.
This is a broad spectrum. And it's only one person, right? Okay, who would you choose? I would probably have to pick my dad. Totally. My dad, first of all, he wouldn't have any fucking problems. He's very smart, you know, on the wild. Laid back, wouldn't bitch, wouldn't complain, wouldn't cry about anything, you know. Mm-hmm. And company, we would definitely keep ourselves company, you know. So my dad would have to be it. My dad's one of the coolest people I know, so I'd have to see my dad, most definitely.
Oh yeah.
What is your idea of a perfect romantic evening? Oh boy, that's a good one. Well, I have to say, starting it off by surprising the woman, first of all. But you gotta surprise them, because women love motherfucking surprises, right? No, Nate, we wouldn't. And it's, you know, it's only in your perv mentality that you actually would want to think about me jerking my dad off. That's okay. We know you're a homo. It's alright. Anyway, stop fucking up my questions, Nate. Shut up. Let's see. Perfect romantic. So, yeah, it had to be, I don't know. I'm the type, like, to light, like, you know, do it at home. Light candles, right? You know, the candle shit. You know, the candles. Women love the candles. You gotta surprise them. You gotta tell them, you know, maybe we'll go out tonight.
Huh?
Get that bathtub ready. The Epsom salts in that.
Okay, go pee.
You got dinner set on the table, you know, all that good stuff.
Go to bed.
Then after that, definitely just fucking like jackrabbits, you know. Maybe get some of them oils out, all that good sensual shit. That'd be
he literally takes her to the bathroom and hits her with a whole bucket of baby oil. He's just like, BAM!
Yeah, just like whip it on her. Slip slide your ass right up in and out.
RKO'd her ass right there.
Fucking hit the bathroom floor, passes out. Like, well, that's that night. Fuck it.
Fuck up your orbital.
Yup. Fractures her skull, winds up in the hospital. Perfect night.
She said, perfect night. All I remember is the oil, then the candles, and then sex. I don't even remember this.
If you like to remember for one thing, what would you like it to be? For being an extremely honest person.
Correct.
Very honest and straight to the point. If I don't like you, I'll tell you right to your face. Fuck off.
Yeah, that's what I like too, by the way. I like that about you. You can't tell a person if they're constantly too, what do I call it? Too, I don't know if fake. Fuck, fake. You can't like one asshole and the same type of asshole you don't like.
Right.
I see on stream all the time.
But you got people that say that. Listen, that's how some people can construe an asshole. Okay, just because somebody's honest, a lot of honest people can be construed as assholes.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because they're being fucking honest. Some people don't like honesty.
That's the key. They don't like honesty, or they can't deal with the fact that what they said is true.
Right. So that's the whole thing, is they don't, there's not a lot of honest motherfuckers around. You got people straight to the point. If you're honest, that's what I seriously would like to be. Everybody remember me, guy. Honest. I would say funny too, but fuck that. Honesty is way more important. Be yourself, stay honest, and don't be a liar, a cheater, and a fucking thief. Don't do those violate
the principles of all relationships. Marriages, friendships, everything. Trust.
Yeah. That's the thing, like,
yes, I can, Jackie.
I know. She's like, I don't think you can. Oh, yes, I can. Just don't talk to Nate. He's talking about penises and jerking men off, and I gotta keep his shit out of my face.
Don't worry. Roxy will break his hips later.
Yep, she totally will. So I have to go dance out there completely fucking nude and then close the door on his ass. Lock it up.
He's just gonna be mad jacking it.
Look at him laughing. He knows that shit's coming. Yeah, so that's what I have to say. Honesty. Anything else? If you're not honest, you're fuck you. Let's see. All right. If you were guaranteed honest responses to any 3 questions, whom would you question and what would you ask them?
Okay, go to bed now. I'm online.
3 questions.
Close the door. Go to bed.
Well, obviously we can't talk to dead people. I have quite a few questions for them. Good question, right? If you were guaranteed honest responses to any 3 questions.
Yes, but it could be anyone. Whom would you ask?
What would you question? Yeah, whom would you question and what would you ask them? Well, that's a tough one. That's kind of a deep one. There's a lot of people you could ask questions to that you'd want an answer about. I'd like to ask the guy from the Jonestown massacre why the fuck he thought it was cool to just poison a bunch of children and kill a bunch of people.
Great answer.
That'd be a good one. I'd also have to ask, let's see. I don't know if anybody's going to remember this. White Snake, I don't know if you know the band.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to ask their pyrotechnic why he thought it was a good idea to light fireworks in a closed-off environment and kill hundreds of people. Be another good question. What the fuck is running through your head, retard? Did you even check the fucking pyrotechnics?
Yeah,
Did you even check? Like, I'm literally watching the video and the shit just like lighting the ceiling on fire. Like, what the fuck were you thinking? And then I would like to ask David Copperfield how he flew above a crowd in one of his segments, because he does some crazy shit, without any strings, ropes, or anything attached. That would be another stunning question.
Yeah, same question I got too. How do you pull that off?
Yeah.
That's some creepy shit.
Yeah, Great White, I'm sorry, yeah. It's Great White, yeah. If you saw someone shoplifting, what would you do? Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. I'm not tackling a motherfucker. I'm not beating shit out. It's not my job. I wouldn't do anything. Nope. Like I said, some people don't realize that people live very tough lives. You do have assholes that just shoplift to shoplift that are fucking stupid. You saw like this. There's like rich people that steal just to steal.
Who's that? Yeah, the chick from Beetlejuice.
Who the fuck was it that got caught stealing a female?
Yeah, the chick from Beetlejuice.
She got caught stealing from a clothing store. She's like rich as fuck, has all the money, but she was stealing shit.
It wasn't Demi Moore.
Wasn't Demi Moore. No, it's someone.
Winona Ryder.
Yeah, Winona Ryder. Yeah.
Thank you, Jackie.
Like seriously, like you're fucking rich and you're stealing. But when people don't understand is like if You know, if I see some very poor child stealing meat out of a fucking meat counter to eat or something, you know, or something like that, I wouldn't say a fucking word.
He's not stealing, he's surviving.
Business. I don't know what that kid's going through. His parents could be pieces of shit that don't even fill up the fucking fridge. So, no, I don't do anything. It's not my job. So, let's see. If there's anything you would willingly give your life for, anything I would willingly give my life for. That's a tricky one. Like basically saying anything I would willingly, like, so, like what I would give my life up for? Is that what you're stating? Like, I would give up my life so my kids could live the best life they ever could have. Better than mine, put it that way. That's what I'd do. My children are more important than anything in the world, so I think I would rightfully pass away if it was
very honorable.
And largely, you know, that would be it. My life, I'm already 31, all that shit. Nah, it's the kids. Let them have a good run at this shit because we don't. We didn't have the best fucking lives, did we?
No, we didn't. Hashtag real dads as fuck. We don't play.
I would never wish the shit that went on in my life to happen to my children. So.
Welcome, T-Dub.
What's up, T-Dub? If you could relive a day of your life again, which would it be and why? Relive one day. That's a tricky one too. I could relive a day of my life again. I would probably want to go back and relive the night that my brother died.
I thought that was going to be it. Yep.
That way I could change. I would have changed. I probably would have fixed a lot of things in my life, so that would probably have to be it.
Yes.
If you could be invisible for a day, what would you do? I would fuck with everybody. Oh my god, it would be hilarious. And I would do it in good spirits. I'd just go to like Walmart and just like start swiping shit off shelves, you know. Just like, probably just fucking with anybody.
Press an extra number on their debit card at the end before they hit the enter, just to fuck them up.
Go into people's bathroom and just flush the fucking toilet while they're showering over and over again to burn the shit out of them in the water. Yeah, I would probably do some pretty funny shit, but I would spend my time, it's all good fun. I wouldn't hurt anybody, but yeah, I would probably fuck with a lot of people, especially people that I don't like. I would make their days probably shit. And I probably would go rob a bank invisibly. Yeah, I'd do that. Yep. Rob a bank invisibly. It would be fucked up, wouldn't it?
It would be, right?
Vault opens up. People are like, well, there's nobody here. Well, we just had about a couple $100,000 come up missing, and nobody knows where the fuck it went. That's what I do. I would troll people, probably rob a bank invisible, because you're not hurting anybody, right?
You're not
holding anybody at gunpoint. Nobody knows what's going on. Nobody sees it there. That's probably what I would do. Yeah. I don't know.
Go to the bank and pull a few 20s out.
That's about it. You got any more questions for me off the top of your head?
How long have you been technically inclined with networking and the likes?
Whole IT stuff itself. I started on computers when got my first one when I was 10. I didn't get into the networking part of things and stuff like that until I was around 13. By 15, I was actually sitting in my room, drinking Jolt Cola and breaking into people's computers. That was always fun. Wasn't really networking.
It was fun, though.
Kind of networking. Kind of networking, but when I was really young, like I said. I didn't really get into like the heavy-duty stuff until, I want to say, like 21. Right around there. I'm 31 now, so I spent a lot of time learning how to intrude into systems, break into shit, stuff like that. I would never, cause any damage. It was just to make sure, just to see if I could get in, because that to me is...
Yeah, practice makes perfect.
It's incredible to have a feeling that I can break into a power plant all the way in China and fuck with the modules is pretty funny. What it is euphoric, gives you a high. Like some people get high skydiving, some people get high by jerking off, whatever. Totally. Like I said,
He was
IT
totally.
work-
That was totally a crack at me, everybody. He's like, he gets out. Oh, this guy.
IT he loves to jerk it. He gets extreme euphoria.
I only jerk it with racism, suicide notes, and negativity. I'm like, did you just call me a bastard? Oh my god.
Seriously. No, it's like one of those guys that holds the rope around his neck as he's doing it, so he can kind of choke himself out at the proper time.
Totally fuck up and Robin Williams myself.
Flogging Molly.
Jeez. What's OT do? He's fucking up, choking and jacking. He can't get the pattern right.
Can't get it right.
He's passing out on the floor with his dick out again. That's why his friends don't come over. He's like, we're sick of finding you, man.
What else you got to throw at him?
There we go. Do you have a tech tip or anything you would like to tell the average person, the layman, something they don't know that you could help them?
Tech tip. Yeah, I got so many. It's ridiculous. I talk more about security. A lot of people don't know about security. A lot of your devices that you buy don't have good security. People don't know how to implement good security on their devices because they don't want you to. That way you can go up and buy the new fucking iPhone when it comes out. Security-wise, like I said, it's very hard for today's society to grasp how strong the internet is. They don't understand how scary it is. It's kind of like me dropping you off in the middle of Detroit on one of the shittiest roads ever where I know you get robbed and just say, good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. Tech tips would be stay off social media. That would be a big one. Social media is actually ruining people. I think it's ruining lives. I think it's making us dumber. I think it's a waste of fucking time. It does have its upsides, you know, like I said, if you got a family member or something like that far away where you can share pictures, but for me, it's like, I would just send you the fucking pictures. I can email you the pictures. I don't need to post them on a website
Publicly.
where it's saved permanently forever, and all these people know who you are and shit like that. You know, privacy is a big thing now. Everybody wants their privacy, and they don't want people knowing about themselves. Is that I'd say social media has got to go. It's a bad platform, you know, just bad. But on top of that, watch your phones. Don't ever open any text message picture messages that you don't know who it's coming from.
No.
Keep your shit updated. Definitely keep it updated. If you're not tech savvy, update your stuff always. That would probably be it. I mean,
Yeah, then what he said is it goes to those people who give out their cell phone numbers to random people on this app. When you accept their photo, you just let them into your phone.
right. I could do that easily. You know, with the people on here, I've talked to multiple people about that, and people don't find it to be serious. Unless, like I said, like yourself, we know. You know, there's people out here I talk to that, but like we talked about, I think the women are the worst because they'll just give it out. You know, it's more popularity for me. I look cooler. I have more subscribers. More people give a shit about me. When, in all honesty, we know those people really don't give a shit about you. They just want your phone number to either harass you, find out where you live, or
Something ridiculous.
get on your Pinterest and whack off to your pictures. But yeah, it's one of those things that I think it's serious. And people, I think it's not that they're dumb. It's just they just don't see the dangerous part of the internet. They just see the fun side. Like, oh, I went here, I checked out here, and it's on my GPS location. And meanwhile, if some guy sees that, he breaks into your fucking house and steals all your shit, and you come home, and you're like, oh, the fuck, man, I was only gone for 25 minutes. Well, dumbass. You didn't take a picture of that fucking nacho plate you got at Tamales there, and, upload it with your GPS location stating right where you are, you dumbass. But, it's like I said, people... Get
in bed.
That's another word to use. Carelessness. They just don't care. It's just, but as the future goes on and tech devices become implemented in everything, your mirrors in your bathroom, to watches. They already got the watches. The chips that you put in your body to, even the phones, all that stuff. I think that's going to be the crazy part. And people will see soon enough, you're starting to see it now, how dangerous the internet is. And of course the internet's great to some extent. It is great, but it's being used for all the wrong purposes these days, you know. And that's it.
Good,
Keep your shit safe, you know.
Out doing shit. I know that you're breaking into their house. I got friends who said that was a great idea. Like this person just said he's going out of town. I'm like, yeah? He goes, well, I'm going to town, you know what I'm saying? I was like, Jesus Christ. And he did. He robbed him.
Most people don't, like, put it this way, you're on Facebook, right? And these people like, oh, I've got 700 friends. They think that shit makes them special. Ask all 700 of them, if you're broke, if you can borrow $100, and watch how fast you have no motherfucking friends at all. None of them.
Zero.
None of them will help you. And that goes to show you, for what? What are you wasting your time for? Nobody gives a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about your stupid meal that you ate. They don't give a fuck about your new car. Just enjoy the things that you eat, buy, and enjoy it yourself. Why do you have to share it with 700 fucking people? Dude, sometimes, like 20,000 people. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Everybody's so self-important now. You know?
Yeah, they're self-involved, and they're trying to self-include themselves in your life by taking what you have.
Yeah, and it's an addiction. People don't realize this shit is an addiction. Getting on your phone all day and just tapping away. You ever notice when you go to somebody's house, okay? You go over for a party, or you just, even a family gathering. Doesn't matter what it is. Or you go out to eat. I've seen entire families sitting at a booth at a restaurant, all of them on their fucking phones, dude. Every single one of them. Every one of them. They don't even look up. They don't even communicate with their children. It's just literally like, oh, it's fucking, oh, check it out. Check what's on the news today. Check my new Snapchat. Oh, look what Bob did.
Exactly.
Bob went and he moved into a new home. Like, who gives a fuck about Bob? You know, who gives a fuck about any of these people? But that's where it's destroyed. You got people walking out in front of cars now because they're not paying attention. Like, they're on their phone, walk out, get hit by a fucking semi, and it's like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? But I think that's the serious problem when it comes down to technology, is that it's ruining people. When do you not see somebody with their phone in their hand? I mean, if you live in a smaller village or something like that, it's a little different. In the city, everybody, if they're waiting for the bus, they're on their phone.
Yeah.
If they're waiting for their hairdo, you know. Everybody's on their fucking phone. And when you're on your phone all the time, you become self-important. You think you're more important than you really are. You got people that are going out there and changing the world, doing all this and doing all this shit, and here you are just playing on your phone like a fucktard, you know? And it does. What it also does is it messes up human communication. People are supposed to talk to one another, okay? They're supposed to talk. Like, you know, for instance.
In person.
I go to the doctor's office, we sit down, there's 20 people there. You can socialize with people. Everybody's on their fucking phone. You know, it's retarded. Like, nobody talks anymore, they text. Nobody calls. Okay, I'm just going to text him. I'm going to text him 14 paragraphs of shit when you could have picked up the phone and it could have been done with like a minute and a half, you know.
Done.
And reason they text? To avoid confrontation.
That's where it started, and that's where it facilitated the behavior. Now everyone's doing it. Even my old 62-year-old mother's doing it. I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah. That's like I said, it's
done. It's we're polluted now.
Well, yeah. We all know it's not going to change. That's common sense. But the fact is, you can change. You don't have to change the whole fucking world. That's like following the leader. That's exactly what you're doing. You're just doing what everybody else is doing.
You can at least reduce your amount and give back some of your life.
It's what everybody else is doing, so why not just keep doing it? So let's just not fix the problem. Let's just keep doing it, you know? And that's one of the things that I told you agitates me about most people. It's, you know, yeah, for real. You should put your phone away.
Just a little bit, get back some of your life. You know, we're done. We did all 20 questions.
Yeah, we're riding out the last one here. But yeah, I think I'd have to agree. I think you even agree with me on that. It is ruining. It's ruining society. Bad, you know.
Big time.
I've never seen women take so many pictures of themselves. It's unfucking believable. Like,
it is, ain't it?
Oh my god. You see Facebook, like Lily, like, and it's never. You know how long it takes them to get the perfect picture?
Like 70, 80 shots.
Actually,
Pictures are good memories. What, 8,000 pictures of the same you? You just got to get the perfect angle so you can tell the world, look, I'm pretty. You're looking for shit that you can just find right around you. Friends, family, boyfriends, whatever.
That's exactly
Nobody
what,
gives a fuck online about your damn pictures. Besides perverts, but you know, us guys.
They're creeps, right?
OTGod takes a new picture. Everybody's like, nah, bro, don't care.
Don't care, Rose. It's like I'm jacking it to 90s photos still. Good.
It's what it is.
The squinties. Like, son of a bitch, this 4K monitor fucked me up.
That's like Myra. Like, Myra's like, pictures are good memories. Excuse. Tell me how many pictures you have that are actually memories, and tell me how many pictures you take of yourself.
On your face.
Fucking selfies. Shit is getting out of control.
Selfies in the dictionary now, guys.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what does it become so important to take pictures of yourself? Wasn't like that in the 90s. You didn't see them holding up them Polaroids. You know, they had to shake.
You're like, hold on, bro.
And seriously, just snap, 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 snap. Like, dude, I don't need to see 40 different angles of your fucking head. And those duck lips, that shit gets on my fucking nerves, dude.
Oh.
Dude, that face just kicked in, and every idiot. I went to this girl's page one time. Every picture was just. You know, I was like, dude, you look fucking retarded. Like, I don't know how these people look so retarded, dude. Like.
Duck lips, I hate.
I guess that wraps me up. Jordan's here? No? She took off?
I don't know if she's on or if she's, you know, I'll find out momentarily. I can move it to another person. Let's see. I'll check just in case. Because she had her Wi-Fi turned off on her earlier, so it could have happened again.
Her Wi-Fi?
Yeah, her Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi,
So
man.
a little insight on me, I guess.
There you go, guys.
Find out about more streamers.
What's up, Joe?
What's up, Joe Cal? What's up, Joe Calia?
I texted her. You here, Jordan?
Oh. Who's after Jordan?
What'd you say again? Myra. We can do Jama next if you want. We can do Jordan after Jama. You ready, Jama?
What we got here?
Jama should be here.
Did she leave too?
No, she should be here.
Hey, the camera.
She probably did too.
Ian's around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there she is. I guess you gotta skip
She's
to
here.
her, because
All right, one sec.
Jet's not, he's not on. Although he sent me a thing on Skype. It was like, what happened to Skype? I'm like, what do you mean what happened to it? You didn't want to be in the room anymore. Remember he asked me to toss him out of the room?
Hmm?
No, I was like, what happened?
Well, they could have took your Wi-Fi down too.
So I'll add him back. I better hang on. I'm calling him now. Maybe he'll answer and then he can carry on. 'Cause he was supposed to be the second one, right?
No. It was Jordan. It was Jama, then Jordan. He's not included. He wasn't involved.
What'd you say?
Jama and Jordan. He wasn't included at all.
All right. Michigan boys on the street. Wasn't that bad.
I seriously took one shot of whiskey.
Let me know you're in chat when you're ready, Jama.
Skyrocket. Like my internal body.
I want to tell you,
T-Duck should get in here.
I can pull Myra in ahead of you, Jama, if you want. You'd like that.
Hi. I got your text earlier with your.
There we go.
Or someone's like, "Look at that girl." And I was just like, "Oh, geez."
I'll go ahead with pulling her in. Right? Is that what you meant?
You know Myra's on.
Is that what you meant, Jama?
Where is she? Oh, she said she's going to be right back, so I don't know where she went. But
I think she was going to a quiet area, maybe. So you ready to be pulled in?
Wow, when you can email and everything on?
There she is. All right. Guess we're switching places, right?
I like
Yep.
cricket.
All right. Thank you very much for coming on Real Talk. You got a shout out for anybody you want? Shout out for, shout out,
Anybody who came in here.
very good, that's good, yeah.
Shout out to my homie T-Dub, the usual crew, Triple D, but especially to everybody here that actually gave a shit to be here.
Thank
All
you very
you.
much.
High five. Later.
And there we go. Jama, Jamaica, coming in. Jama, Jamaica, come on down. There we go. Hello, Jama. How are you? Why has he got two windows? Shame on you, Skype. There we go. There we go. Hello.
Hi. All right. You're gonna have to read the questions to me because
I will.
don't have Skype on this phone. Okay.
I'll read it to you. I had to go like it straight real quick. Here we go. Done. And it's light. All right. Want to tell everybody a little bit about yourself before we go into the questions?
My name's Jama. I'm 18. I'm a singer. I'm a senior in high school. I don't know.
Yep.
I'm shy, Did you know that? I don't know.
Singer in high school. Yep. She's a sister, a cousin, a
Yeah,
daughter.
well, I do have a brother. Yeah, I do.
She's
have
driven. She's second matriarch in the household.
True.
Yep.
True. Do you mind shut up? All right. Yeah, I don't know. That's the basics.
Basics. Ready to go right into the questions, or?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Okay, if you were a god for a day, what would you do?
I said kill the wait, what the hell? I said kill. Cure. Javon, shut up. I said cure the illnesses of everyone and world peace sounds pretty nice, but Lord knows that's not gonna happen. So.
Nice. His neck is fractured. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, question number 2. If you could be the parent of one famous person, who would you want it to be and why?
All right, so I said I'm high-key not old enough to have kids, but if I did, I'd probably say Justin Bieber because he's got money. He travels all over the world, and I feel like he needs a parent who will keep him in line. And because we know he's doing some crazy stuff, so
Correct.
So
There you go. There you go, guys. Justin Bieber's is her son.
right. Oh, man.
Beep fever. Okay. What was the last thing you regret buying?
Oh my god. I said a large vanilla bean frappuccino from Starbucks.
Large bean.
Large bean, right? Because Lord knows I did not need that, and that's like $5 to get back. So.
Okay. If you had a chance to bring one person back from the dead, who would it be and why?
I said my great grandpa because I'm graduating this year, and I feel like he should have been there for that, and he just helps me out a lot when he was around. So. I feel like
The Grams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What 3 things you regret not learning to do?
Oh man, I said playing an instrument, learning different languages, and like dancing and ice skating. Because I feel like dancing is like you're gonna have to do that forever. So I feel like that's definitely one. And then playing an instrument, because like singing is like the only thing that I can do like musically. Hold on a second, I'm gonna stop.
Okay. Time to play a little audio file. Yo, yo, yo.
Real Talk with OTGod.
How do you work? No, hold on.
All right.
Hold on.
Okay. You muted yourself. Yep. Mom stuff. In case you don't know, you're currently muted, Jama. Did y'all hear that real talk? That was nice, right? Moving to a more appropriate location.
Real talk with OTGod.
That's lit. He evolved. Son of a gun. Yeah, mom stuff. That's how she goes down.
All right.
There you go.
Whew. All right.
Yeah, everybody does. You ready now, Jama?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Okay, if you had a crystal ball that would tell the truth about anyone you wished to know about yourself, life, or future, or anything else, what would you want to know?
I said who I'm going to marry and how many kids are.
Great choice. Great choice. Because that's definitely, you want to make sure your husband's not going to be ugly.
Right.
You like hella ugly, like I'm lesbian.
Right.
A guy out of that shit, I can adopt still. Whew.
Right. Oh man.
Dude's like, look, you don't love me. I was like, no.
Like,
No.
nah.
Fuck charity.
Yeah. Right.
I'm terrible. Okay. Question number 7. What's worse, having expectations that are too high or having no expectations at all?
Okay, so I thought you meant in like relationship terms of this question. So I said too high because like if your standards are high, like you've been hurt so many times and been through so much to the point where like your standards are like high to meet, you know?
Mhm.
It's like you can't really find someone to like meet your standards.
Can you guys hear my fish tank running in the background?
It's not bad.
That's fucked. Okay. Yeah. There's about 2 fish about to get killed. Let's get on. 1 second. I'm actually going to unplug it. 1 second.
He's gonna kill the fish.
Wrong button. There we go. There we go. You can't be having none of that. There we go.
Right.
Ridiculous. Can't believe you guys didn't say something sooner.
Like your fish tank.
To your guys' defense, I've been thinking this for about 15 minutes, so who's worse?
Right.
Okay. So expectations too high is your choice?
Yeah.
Yeah, setting them too high can leave you vulnerable to a lot more disappointment.
Right.
How do you know when you're in love, which is probably a difficult question?
I don't know. So I just said like, you just constantly want to see and talk to that person. You love the little things about them that they do, and you just want to see them succeed and do well. And then like, you guys would rather like fight than break up, you know? So like, you just want to like work things out with them, and then you'll think about like marriage in the future.
She's a thinking, everybody.
True.
Okay, question number 9. What is the most important invention or innovation that has happened during your lifetime?
You guys already know what I was. I said self,
Cell phones?
because Lord knows I can talk.
Yeah, you have a camera, you have everything right in your pocket now, right?
Yeah.
lit. Yo mama, America. You guys should have heard me in the chat last time, America. I was savage.
Oh man.
They would have banned me for that kind of shit, I'm telling you. It was not America. It was terrible.
Oh, geez.
How would you spend your ideal day?
I said with my friends and family out and about. I like an amusement park, beach, etc., or streaming all day. And I most definitely would be eating some pizza.
Definitely pizza. Yeah, horrible. He's right. I was terrible in that chat. I had some sickness going for like 3.5, 4 hours. It was terrible. I was like, Jesus, I think I got this out tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What, if anything, is too serious to be joked about?
Okay. So Jetpack got me self-conscious with my answer. I said like war, diseases, illnesses, and suicide.
Say that one more time.
So like war and like diseases and illnesses and like
The last part's breaking up. I don't know if that's your mic or what.
suicide.
Suicide. Yeah, sometimes I joke about suicide quite a bit. Like that.
I mean,
that
yeah.
See, I was about to make another joke. I was about to do it again. You see, I can't help myself.
Yeah.
I had to do it. Her body wasn't even cold yet when I was making jokes about that girl.
Oh my god, right.
Damn. What 3 adjectives might other people use to describe your personality?
I said outgoing, smart, and helpful.
I agree. Oh, that's my boy. That's my boy, America. Okay, who would you choose to be shipwrecked on a desert island with?
I said with or like who?
With. Who would you choose to be shipwrecked on a desert island with? It could be anyone.
Oh, I said my grandpa because he's been through some stuff and he can keep cool in situations.
Yeah, keep it control, get the fish and feed everybody, right? Okay, what is your idea of a perfect romantic evening?
I said Netflix and chill. Just kidding. I would. Like I'm young, so like I don't know, like a candlelit dinner would be good, and then movies and maybe like an amusement park date, and just focus on him and I with no worries with him.
Yes, you definitely want to focus on learning who the person is.
Right.
That's how I got in trouble. Question number 15. If you were to be remembered for one thing, what would you like it to be?
I'd say like my helpfulness.
Your helpfulness?
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like
Make myself laugh all day long.
right.
Shit goes in my head. Okay, question 16. If you were guaranteed honest responses to any 3 questions, whom would you question and what would you ask them?
Okay, so I said my dad because you guys know my dad's not in my life. So I put like, why did you leave? What happened for you to leave? And then I would ask my crush, do you like?
See, the last part broke up. I don't know why it's breaking up at the end for. Maybe it's mine.
Oh, I said my crush, and I would ask my crush, do you like?
Do you like me? Yeah, there you go. It's good. Okay, question 17. If you saw someone shoplifting, what would you do?
I said nothing because it's not my place to like say anything or do anything. So
I agree. Oh, they could stab you.
right. Yeah.
Is there anything you would willingly give your life for?
I said my family because my family is everything to me, and I would do anything. Definitely like my family.
Okay. If you could relive a day of your life, which would it be and why?
I said my mom getting married because it was such a good day for everyone. Everyone was getting along. People looked good. Yeah.
Okay. Question number 20. If you could be invisible for a day, what would you do?
I just said follow people around and then like mess with them and like pull like pranks and shit.
Stalk them and shit?
I probably should do that.
Totally stalk them.
Yeah.
Pika Cheetah's like, what was that? Something just touched my butt.
Right. Like,
She's like, hello, touched it. She like bit his ass. That was definitely teeth.
right.
Stalker type shit. Well, you have any I guess words of wisdom you'd like to speak toward the end here?
I don't know. Guys, life gets difficult at times, but you kind of just like gotta keep moving forward. That's like the best thing I can say. Like life gets hard at times, and like you want to give up, and you can't give up. You just kind of gotta keep moving forward. Today might seem bad, but tomorrow will be better. And it's just a bad day, not a bad life, you know. So you just gotta keep pushing.
If inspirational quotes from Jama. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Better screenshot that shit. Like, America's totally a stalker right now. Any shout outs or any peeps you have that you like to say?
To my loyal, thank you for always supporting me. I don't know. Thank you guys for everything. Like, you guys are seriously my second family on here. You guys know that. Without you, I don't know where I'd be today. Thank you guys so much for everything.
Everybody got a tear in their eye and shit. But America, he had sand in his eye. He ain't fucking crying.
Really?
Hell yeah. That's what's up.
Alright, I'll hop back in the stream though. I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
Okay. Thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah, cool.
It's been real talk with Jama. Very welcome. Thank you. You're up next, Myra.
Real Talk with OTGod.
Here we go. Myra incoming.
Oh crap. It just shut off my stream. Hold on.
It's okay. You have time.
Ah. I will do all six. I gotta go find them. Oh, they're right. Okay, hold on. Let me get back in the stream. America better be here. Okay.
He's in the stream. He ain't going nowhere.
Okay, you ready?
Ready.
Do I have to introduce myself? I think everyone knows me.
Yes, I know. Introduce yourself. Some people haven't stalked you yet. They would like to.
I'm Obama. I'm from the East Coast. And I don't know, I'm cool. Subscribe to me.
That's right. She's Liddy.
Can I go now?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, sweet. Let me move you over here. Okay, so the first question. I gotta put my glasses on. If you were God for a day, what would you do? I said, I would make sure everyone was safe and happy for that day and didn't feel alone.
Very good.
Because I want everyone to be happy.
Not be alone. See that, guys? Take notes.
Okay. If you could be the parent of one famous person, who would you want to be and why? Who would you want it to be and why? I said Walt Disney because he was very successful in his life and he made many kids and adults happy, and I would feel like I had raised him right.
Fantastic. That's a great answer.
I feel like people answered that differently, but whatever.
They did, but that's a great answer. Walt Disney's that's a great example, dude. Very good. Very good.
Okay. What was the last thing you regret? My eyelash extensions. Oh my god, they're so bad. I hate them. That was such a waste. $210. Such a waste. Where did my glasses go?
Your eyelash extension ate them.
Probably. I hate them so much. They're awful. I'm Obama. I like peanut butter on my... You're such a weirdo. Okay. If you had a chance to bring one person back from the dead, who would it be and why? Okay, so instead of saying, like, my grandmother or someone in my family, because I feel like they all lived, like, a good life, and they lived, like, till they were, like, 90. So I said I would bring back my best friend, because he killed himself freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
So I said that so, like, he could experience the rest of his life. I don't know.
That's nice. That's nice. Like that.
What 3 things you regret not learning to do? Okay. A foreign language. Like, I wish they taught us it when we were younger so it would be easier for us to do.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, they wait till, like, high school when it's so confusing. And, oh, yeah. Well, I wish I learned a foreign language. Like, what's it called? Hindu.
Hindu.
Okay. And then I said, learning how to be happy with myself and learning how to be successful while in school.
Very good.
Okay. And number 6. If you had a crystal ball that could tell you the truth about any one thing you wish to know about yourself, life, the future, or anything else, what would you want to know? I said if I was wasting my time trying to keep my relationship going. Because, I mean, I already wasted 3 years, and I want to know if I'm going to waste more years. So, yeah.
You definitely want to know, right?
Yeah, nothing exciting. Okay, so for this one, the one about having expectations that are too high or having no expectations at all, I said I think there are pros and cons to both because having expectations that are too high can ultimately lead you to failure if you work yourself too hard, but having no expectations at all, you won't go anywhere in life.
You're right. You're right. You won't go anywhere.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't really have an answer for that one. Okay. How do you know when you're in love? Okay. I don't really have an answer to this one either. I just said, like, you just know. Like, it's a different feeling when you're with someone you love rather than someone, like, you're just hooking up with. I don't know. You just know. It's not.
Encompasses your thoughts and your everything.
It's
Correct.
death wasting your time. Oh, shut up, Marga. You're not the crystal ball. Okay. How do you... Oh, I just said that one. Okay. What is the most important invention? Okay. So, technology in general, because it's changed my life for good and for bad. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of a good thing. It's good because now I can do, like, online school, and I don't have to deal with people in school. But it's bad because there's a lot of bad things on, like, technology and, like, the internet and stuff.
And that's all the weirdos in too.
Yeah.
We're way outnumbered, just so you know. It's like 2 billion to 1.
Okay.
There you go.
How would you spend your ideal day? I said an ideal day for me would be full of traveling, and, like, it doesn't matter where it is. I just like traveling and, like, being in the car and stuff and driving places.
See new things, experience new experiences. Yeah, it's great.
What, if anything, is too serious to be... Okay, so I was with Moses on that one. I said I don't think there's anything that is too serious to be joked about. Our world is just so sensitive, and we need to loosen up and joke about things if it's serious or not. Like, I don't know. I think people just take everything to heart now, and it's a bit ridiculous.
They do. It leaves themselves vulnerable for things to keep hurting them that have nothing to do with them.
Yeah. And, like, whether we joke about something or not, it's not going to change it. Like, it's not going to happen. So I don't see what the problem is. Like, making fun of it, like, can turn it into something happy. I don't know. I agree. We're a bunch of pussies, huh? Exactly.
Wheatson.
Okay. What 3 adjectives okay. I don't really know. So I put daring, emotional, and pessimistic.
Good choices. Yeah, good choices.
I feel like those are all, like, negative, though.
Hello, cool guy.
Who is we? Everyone.
All people are the ones who are too sensitive.
Who would you choose to be shipwrecked on? Okay, Albert Einstein.
Wow, a great choice.
Because he's really smart, and I feel like we would survive good. And I would learn a lot from him.
But would you understand shit he said?
Yeah,
Or his accent, not his intelligence. Like he's just this thick ass accent.
probably not then. No.
He's just thick. His accent thick.
I've never heard it.
It's thick like Beyonce.
What is he?
I think he's a Jew, isn't he?
I don't know.
Or
I
German.
typed in the smartest people in the world, and he came up as one of them. Okay, you want to know who number 7 was, though?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Oh wow.
As one of the smartest people in the world. I said, okay, no. How are you and your wife? What is your idea of a perfect... Okay, I don't know. I'm not really into, like, romantic stuff. I just said as long as I'm with the person I love, anything will be fine.
Yeah. It's right. It's what's the act is important and not what they do.
Yeah. I don't really care. If you were to be... Okay, so I don't know. Like, I don't have anything that I want people to remember me for. I don't know. I just said being successful, but, like, I'm not even successful right now, so I don't know. I'm not, like, talented. Like, I don't have any super talents. Myra's perfect day is on the beach with peanut butter. Definitely not peanut butter, but sure. And probably not on the beach. I don't like the beach.
On the beach, getting sand all in it.
Yeah, that's gross. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Number
Okay,
16.
if you were guaranteed honest responses to any 3 questions, whom would you question and what would you ask them? Okay, well, I wrote that I don't think I'd want to ask any questions because of what the responses could be. But then someone said something for their answer. I don't remember who it was. And it made me think, like, I would question, like, people who are stuck in jail on, like, death row because some of them are innocent. And I would ask them, like, if they really committed it or not.
Yeah, some of the other products of society and the
Because
products
it's
of the
not
system.
that they're, like, ruining their whole life for something they didn't do.
Correct. Weeds.
It's awful. Someone, she didn't deny the book. America's such a weirdo. And then he talks about weirdos as if they're bad people. Okay. Where am I? If you saw someone shoplifting, okay. If I saw someone shoplifting, it would depend on who the person was and what they were stealing.
Mhm.
Because, like you said, if they're like rich stealing, like that's ridiculous. But if they're like poor or like homeless and they need like food, like sure. But if they're trying to steal like, I don't know, if they're trying to steal like candy or like a cell phone, like no, like
Yeah,
I don't know.
useless stuff that doesn't really protect
Yeah,
your life.
like if you're trying to get like food or like water, then I wouldn't say anything.
But what if they're being like a really big asshole and the only way they can stop is if they had a Snickers?
Then or I don't know, or maybe I just wouldn't. No, I'd definitely tell the owner because if I didn't tell like who the person, like the worker, I feel guilty.
Yeah, your guilt would follow you.
Okay. Is there anything? No, I would not give my life for anything.
Your life's irreplaceable, right?
Yep. I don't even think there's like, okay. No, I don't think I would give my life up for a person either.
I can definitely assure you that if you ever have children,
Well, yeah, but I don't have children.
but when that happens, you will. It'll be not even a question. Your
Like,
mind will like, yeah.
I'd probably say like my little brother right now, but that's, or like my mom or something, but no one like, I don't know.
Nobody on this app. That's right.
Nobody on this definitely not.
That's right.
Okay, this slip stuff is way too dark. Okay. If you could relive a day in your life. Okay, I didn't know a certain day, so I just said the whole summer of 2014. Because I was happy and carefree and did whatever I wanted, and it was the best time of my life. And I want to go back to it every day.
It's cool. It's awesome.
Why are you confused?
She's reading questions and answering them.
Oh my god, hey Ian. Is Ian going on after?
Yes, he's after you.
Okay, good. I need to hurry up then. Where? If you could be invisible for a day. Oh, I didn't even answer this one. I'd probably just mess around with people.
Yeah, I think everybody would at one point. I know.
Yeah.
I know. I would do some
Scare
scandalous
them or
shit.
something. I
Scandalous.
think that's fun. Okay. Ian, okay. Make Ian go now.
Oh, you. If any shout outs you would like to say, or words of wisdom?
No. I don't have any words of wisdom. Shout out to, I don't know. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to the whole Skype call. Shout out to Ian. Definitely no shout out to Oceans. He can go jump off a cliff.
Just fucked up his likes.
Yeah. Well, don't do drugs. That's about it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Peace out.
Make sure you like and subscribe and follow Obamacare.
I'm gonna stay in here anyways. I'll see you in the comments.
All right. See you in the comment section.
Peace out.
And we have coming in the one, the only, Ian. Ian the Fletcher. Hey, the Fletch. Hey.
Hello. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing well.
There you go. Do you have your questions in front of you? There you go.
I have my questions
Okay.
in front of me.
There you go.
Yes.
We don't fuck around. Are you kidding me? Ian's German for doesn't fuck around. Literally, I googled it.
Yeah, that's right. So what is the status of the stream right now?
Meaning?
Like, is Myra still on?
No.
I'm just getting my phone right.
You are on the Skype call,
It's
face, and it's you, buddy. You're live at 5 or 9:26.
All right.
That's not my thing.
All right. Well, just get started and go for it.
All right. So tell a little bit about yourself before you go to the questions, so they know who you are. And
Well, my name is Ian Fletcher. I've started stream mid-November. Got on here, saw some really cool people, and thought, it would be really cool to have a creative outlet to do more as far as acting and, working with voice manipulation and singing and dancing and whatever crazy, goofy things came to mind. And it was really neat to have like immediate feedback and response on so many levels. It's just like, it's cool to kind of have like a safe area to experiment. Not something as big as YouTube, where you feel like you have to get a certain amount of viewers to just be noticed. With stream, you can get noticed right away. So
you can. A la Ian.
As far as questions, just go for it.
Yes, just go for it. You can.
All right.
You can, I guess you can either say the question then answer it. So because they have a short-term memory. There's a lot of ADD in here right now. Like, it's legit. Like, it's next level ADD. Guys are like, "Hi, Ian."
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, a pen.
That's exactly right. Like, it's funny because my dad, my sister, even my mom to some level had ADD, and like I was like, I don't have it. Hang on. Okay, I don't have ADD. I don't have attention disorder. That was on purpose, by the way, in case you were wondering. But like, there's so much that like people automatically just kind of assume like that they're one or the other, and I'm just Ian, so that probably includes having some attention deficit disorder here and there, a little bit of OCD, obsessive compulsive as well. So, but it's all good. It's really cool. So, yeah. If I were God for a day, what would I do? I think for me, let me look at my notes here. I was going over these earlier, and it's just like, it's crazy. Because like, these are deep questions. Like, it's hard for me to just answer just with what they are. Because like, there's so much that you could think about of what
you can do with it.
They are and what they could become. So I'm going to do my best. For me, I personally wouldn't be God. Like, it's a big job. It's a big job to be God. And I think I would take a look, like any answer I would give for something like this would end up being carnal in nature, I think, and earthly, from an earthly mindset. Even if I could become God, I'd still have the previous past of being me. So like, anything that I say is going to be with that mindset. So if I say, get rid of world hunger, if I get rid of all the world's problems, it's still gonna I'm still gonna be Ian. And so I think probably what I'd do is, after not having the job, I would experiment with superpowers.
Experiment with superpowers and be Ian.
I just come down on Earth, and I would just have fun with people, and also just save a bunch. Like, I would just go out and be Superman. Just on a selfish level, that would be a hell of fun. That'd just be so cool. But yeah, I think that's what I would do. But it's definitely an intense question, because it kind of gets to the heart of what does one person want to change in their life as a person? Because since they're not God, what power do we have as humans to be able to do that? You know, to be able to make a change, to make a difference, to make an impact.
Love.
Love. That's right. I love you guys.
Or
Every
this
single-
for Jet. This is not love, Jet. Not. This is a fucking
this is-
6-point star. You're gonna get shot.
Show you what's behind this hand. But this is the jet sign of love. It's not right. It's a little messed up. If you could be the parent of one famous person, who would you want it to be and why? I'm gonna that's a really hard question because there are a lot of people out there that I would love to get to know at a closer level. But the funny thing is part of the way of who they are is because of the parents they had.
Correct.
And so if you think about that, it's just kind of it's a lot harder to kind of get an understanding of, you know, who would I want to be a parent on the basis of who would they become. And I know this is kind of technically not an answer, but I would say my dad.
That's cool.
I would love to be a parent to my dad and to just see how he would think and grow up, because since I've had the privilege of being his son, I would really enjoy just encouraging him and, you know, being a blessing to him in a different role.
Fantastic.
And it would be... that would be so cool on so many levels, just to, because I know that there were some things when he grew up, there's things that he was lacking, and because he's graciously given those things to me, I would just love to be able to do that for him. So, yeah. Real quick,
Fantastic.
I want to throw the question back on you. I won't do this all the time, but I really am curious.
Which one?
Number 2. If there would be a parent of one famous person, who would you want to be a parent of?
I would want to be a parent of probably Michael Jackson, so he could have a proper upbringing and not damage his career.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's solid. Like that's actually one of the things that I came across or thought about. And like, there's also another question that you asked is if I were to bring someone back from the dead, who would it be and why? You know, and he was also another person that popped up. It would have been really cool to see him, you know, go through that like full redemption process, because there was a lot up in the air at the time of his death, and he truly was a very talented individual.
He was.
You know, so
He was caught in turmoil, but talented beyond words. If you knew all that stuff you see Michael do was all from here, and he got 5,000 people to do what was in here.
right,
Incredible
exactly.
stuff.
Yeah. What was the last thing you regret buying? Many things, actually.
The last one, though.
Well, let's see. I think it would probably be a $30 cord that I had bought in specific context for the company that I used to work for. I paid it out of pocket, and like I have it like a completely useless part for a plumber, a piece of plumber's equipment. And so it's just laying completely unwrapped. I haven't, since I got laid off a few days after I shipped it,
Son of
or
a
it got
bitch.
shipped to me. So I was like, well, okay, I'll just keep it. So it's
Jerks,
funny 'cause
right?
it's just laying back there completely unopened, just to remind me not to make stupid purchases. Because like when I work for a company, I really want to invest like in them. If I have that opportunity, especially if they are kind to me, like with that situation, they really were. And so it's just kind of laid back there, and I don't really want to take it there and say, "Hey, I've got a part." Like it's like
I got a part you can keep since you didn't give me a part in your company. Give him a nice smile, like, "Whoa, is that? Did he just relay that? Like, ouch!"
Right. If I had the chance to bring one person back from the dead, who would it be and why? Another great, great question. I know 4 main people who have died in my lifetime that have been really close to me. That's my friend Levi Hampton, my grandmother, Gail, and my great-grandparents, Mr. and Mrs. Stromberg. And each of them had like a really cool impact in my life. And so I would probably bring back Levi Hampton because he was like a year older than I was when he died in a car wreck. And like that was kind of jarring to me because like I'd never really experienced death like of a person who was close to my age. Like, you know, it's very easy for me to cope with someone who's died and lived a full life, you know, that I can
so young.
Exactly, that I can rest assured they experienced everything. But like with him, it would just kind of came as a shock, and I think that would be less for me as much as it would be for his family because I know how much his family loved him so much, and I know he's in a much better place now, but like the reality of just life truly is a gift. Like it is a blessing to wake up in the morning and to say today's a brand new day, you know. So by the way, shout out to all the cool 12 people who are watching, Myra and Jama and T-Dub and Jordyn and Copes. All you cool people, thank you so much for joining us. It's great to have you.
By the way, you're up next, Jordyn, if you're available.
So,
If you'd like to do music.
What 3 things do you regret not learning to do? For me, that would be like learning a musical instrument or like learning more in a musical field, kind of similar to what Moses said, just like picking up more instruments, you know.
Another way to express yourself.
Exactly. Like music is a universal language, and that is like it's an amazing way to communicate to people. Like I enjoy all types. Like I can appreciate classical and screamo, and like it's really cool to be able to appreciate like those very opposite extremes.
They're very opposite, but he screams in that mic for a purpose. Those words are screamed for a purpose. Yeah. The feelings and emotions behind them are extreme.
Right, exactly. But also at the same time to be able to sit back and listen to Beethoven or Bach or Mozart and say, these guys really knew what they were doing, and they've both genres have impacted people in very special ways, helped them get through difficult situations.
I agree.
And I think like the second thing would be to be more disciplined, to know the power of starting small. There's a lot of things in life where you think you'd never be able to get somewhere. You'd never be able to accomplish something. And oftentimes you just gotta learn the habits of small steps and consistency. And so had I learned discipline earlier in my life, I think that I would be far more advanced in many different areas. And then the third one would be just learning a second language. Like learning languages in general, like it's so cool to be able to have that, to be able to communicate with different people, different walks of life, to have kind of an understanding of culture and you know what their lives are like on a day-to-day basis, how they think, because it's interesting how language in and of itself kind of causes you to think differently. I think in certain ways because English has kind of trained my brain to think with certain words, certain definitions, and that leads to certain thoughts. And so when you bring in a second language, it almost makes you smarter because you're forced to think in different ways. So more ways to express yourself too, which I love.
You do, yeah, definitely. Expression is great.
Okay. If I had a crystal ball that could tell me the truth about any one thing I wish to know about myself, life, or future, or anything else, what would I want to know? That's really difficult. It's really challenging because like there's so many things, like anything like related to the future would be relative. Like it could be anything. So like if I like because of how destiny works and whatever, you could be messing with fate potentially. And so that'd be interesting. So like I probably wouldn't ask anything directly related to future. or to my future. But I probably would like to know, like, my life as a whole, did I live up to my aspirations?
Wow,
Or
yeah.
did I kind of blindly just sit by and let them pass before me? And I think that would be a big one. Just if I set goals and I stuck to them, and I really was a person of my word. If I maintain being a person of word and a person of good character as well.
Great answer.
I love these questions. Like, they're not like simple, easy questions. So did you write out most of these?
These questions took quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. It shows that you think a lot. Like, think about life.
It always happened. It started happening when my mom dropped me as a kid. My head hit the floor. Thought shit. What the hell? Thanks, Mom.
Thank you for the sense that you just knocked into me.
Yeah, she's like, whoa, Butterfingers, boom.
Right. Yeah. I would just jump just for the heck of it.
I low-key did.
Right. Yeah. All right. What's worse, having expectations that are too high, or having no expectations at all? Another hard question. Because, like, everybody is going to be like, well, of course, having no expectations at all. But I'm a contrarian, and I looked at this and I was like, well, if you're having high expectations all the time, then that means that you could be disappointed.
Yes, because it didn't say in an or. It said either you have high or you don't have any.
Right. Exactly. And so if it's either or, I'm this is not a cop-out answer, but I'm tied between the two, and here's why. Because I don't know if it would mess with my personal character or not. Because I think either extreme would mess with who I am as an individual or as a person. Because if I'd say, I'm constantly going to expect this outcome in my life, I'm going to experience failure many times, and then I will kind of dive into depression. If I don't expect anything, and my thing is down here, I will be settling for mediocre my whole life, which
Yes.
I don't want.
You don't want that either, no.
So I don't want to be plunged into depression because I can never meet my high expectations, and I don't want to be settling for mediocre life. So I can't answer one or the other. But like I'd like to be able to.
I agree, actually. That's actually a good answer.
Thank you.
It's a pitfall answer, so if you go one way, it has to be read very closely. It was either and or question,
Right.
so and you can lose both ways. The best place to be is a zone between them both that fits your outcome.
Right. How do you know when you're in love? What a great question. Well, I am the love expert, so thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll talk about love. The answer is you don't. Ever. Like, I think the nature of love is confusion. I think there's a definite difference between infatuation, heart flutters, personality, mesh, whatever you call it. I think that it's also important to think about like what goes on in a person's mind and in their thought process and who they are as individuals, how that plays into other people, in interacting with other people. But I think like it's very important to understand like how character and value system kind of aligns with love, because I think love is a verb, love is an action, love is a choice. So when you're in love, I think that's a process of knowing that you're faithful, that you're disciplined in a relationship, that you're willing to set boundaries, that you're willing to go the extra mile for someone, that you're willing to love people for who they are. I think a lot of people can be in love and they not know it. just because they have a value system that supports it, of others oriented, of focusing on other people, exactly, on other people's comfort, or not just focused on themselves. I think, like my dad says, the opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. Because hate can also be a form of love as well, because if you hate something evil, you can be loving good. And so it's important to understand or recognize that within your life, that like love is a verb. So I think you don't know when you fall in love, but you do know when you love.
That's right.
So
whatever you do,
What is the
love
most-
as much as you can.
yeah. What is the most important invention or innovation that has happened during your lifetime? Well, I can say what it's not, and that's Windows Vista.
Windows is like, oh, right in the stomach.
I mean, there was so much that I hated about Vista.
Great,
Like, when it
Windows
came
Vista
out.
just unsubbed me.
I'm sorry.
I'm glad.
I was a computer gamer, and Vista was a pain in the rear. Because I would be in the middle of a game. Have you ever heard of Sid Meier's Heroes?
Yes.
I was big into that game. Played multiplayer, everything. I loved it. But the thing is like whenever I got to a good part, it would just crash. It just crash.
Great.
And so
Experience killer.
because for one thing, the video card wasn't powerful enough, and CPU wasn't powerful enough, and then it was Vista. So with all of those,
it was definitely
combined,
Vista, guys. Definitely.
it was.
This is trash.
Because once we upgraded, that completely changed. I was talking to this with Jordyn, and I think it's the same for her too, but it'd be GPS.
GPS. Wow, that's smart.
I
God
am
damn
majorly directionally challenged, so I'm very grateful for a GPS.
I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea where the north is right now.
Right?
No idea.
Yeah, I can make a really crude joke right now, but I'm going to refrain. But true north. But
I love it.
But there's so much that I don't know. I'm so grateful for GPS because there's so many times that I've gotten to a place and I didn't know how I got there. Dad was asking me, do you go by landmarks like girls do? And I was like, no, I kind of follow this sense in my brain, that's where it is, But interestingly enough, when I grew up, I would love to be lost. That was a fun feeling for me to
Oh, wow.
try to find my way back to wherever I started from. I was in a cornfield maze, and I'm pretty sure that I got this close to the exit. I backtracked and went the whole way back and exited where I entered.
Lit. He's like, that looks like the end. I gotta turn around.
That's exactly how I think. So it's I don't know where I'm going, but I can always get back to wherever I started.
That's good. That's good.
So,
It's always important.
If I can start new start points, I can know where I'm going. Oh, man. Oh, how would you spend your ideal day? How would I spend my ideal day? Yeah, I was thinking about this one. Because it's me, how I'd spend my ideal day, I'm thinking that it's not including friends. It could, but with the majority focused on me, it would be me, financially stable,
Yes,
and I
definitely.
live on a hill, a green hill, and I have a lighthouse,
Mhm.
and I live right off the shore, and it's beautiful summer day, and I get to sleep in. It's a Saturday morning. I sleep in till 10 o'clock. I wake up and there's pizza ready made.
RealTalk with OTGod.
I eat pizza for breakfast, and then I veg and watch anime for about 2-3 hours. And then I go outside, and then I lie down on the hill with the sunshine radiating on my face for about an hour. And then I go inside, take a cold shower, and then after that I go and hop in my jacuzzi where I just lay in a jacuzzi.
His car koozie.
That's right, exactly.
57 Chevy car koozie.
It's coming.
Every rapper just got one, by the way. Thanks a lot, OT.
Next innovation.
Car koozies. It's funny.
Yeah, car koozies. Wouldn't that be great? Like, you're driving down the highway, and you're in, like, a jacuzzi, and you're like, hey, how you doing? You know, that'd be wonderful.
Cops like, you're going to have to pull over. You're like, why? So I can get in.
Going 60 on the highway, in a jacuzzi, in a freaking jacuzzi.
And that lady in the van pulls in front of you, makes you drop your speed 20 miles an hour, throws all your water out. What the?
Water all over yourself, like, what the heck?
Whole nother thing. It's a whole nother way to explain the carpool lane.
Carpool, yes.
It's carpool.
That'd be so sweet, though. Yeah. But yeah, car koozie, I need to write that down because that invention's coming.
Definitely do it, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna make millions. Hey, Trump's president. We can make car koozies. I know we can.
Chuck doesn't take it first, that son of a bitch.
Okay. What, if anything, is too serious to be joked about? Like, for people directly. This is Jordan's answer, and totally stole it from her. So I just wanted to make that clear. But suicide, it is probably the biggest irritant ever. For me, it is really, really frustrating to see people who don't know their own worth, or how special they are, or how important they are, or who they are as individuals. It's like that really annoys me. Like, that's like, if you were to ask me my biggest pet peeve is when people say that they're not worth much, or that they could never do something, or that they're worthless, or they're a failure, or they're not loved. Because I don't care how screwed up, how messed up you are, somebody out there is just as screwed up to love you.
Goddamn right.
And I'm so, like, serious on that, because I grew up with that kind of mindset, thinking that I wasn't important or wasn't special. And I realized that that's just not true, because I realized other people were believing that lie. And when I realized that, I was like, well, that's preposterous. That's insane. They shouldn't feel that way. And
literally one of a kind. In a galaxy this large, exactly. You are one of a kind.
We are all unique. That is exactly right. So that's really, really important to me. Some other things that I think are too serious to be joked about is probably a person's past.
Bringing up the past, yeah, it doesn't cause some pain.
You think you need to be very careful in those things, because if you bring up someone's past, you're bringing up something about them that they don't know. Like, that it's an unsafe zone, because
you're bringing them back to that point if they've moved past it.
Right, you don't know them like they know their past. Because everybody knows their past almost better than they know themselves. And so that's something that you want to be very careful about. Like, whenever, like, if you want to roast someone, I think, for me, like, if I were to ever roast someone, I roast them on outrageous things, like the annoying things about their personality, rather than things that they've done or things that have happened to them, because you can't change that. And whereas you can change a small, outward appearance or a annoying behavior, like Jet.
I'm not saying you're ugly. I'm just saying you're putting lipstick on a pig. I mean, that's fucked up. That's like the worst ever.
I love Jet. I freaking love Jet. But he is definitely one of a kind.
He is. He's unique.
That's right. That's right. Okay. What 3 adjectives might other people use to describe you? It depends who the people are. If they're my enemies or my friends. If they're my friends, they would say, well, Ian's kind and funny and thoughtful. If they're my enemies, they'd say, Ian's stupid, Ian's weird, and kind of annoying. So, like, between those two, you get a pretty balanced Ian. Because, like, one of the things, this is totally a tangent, one of the things I love doing is taking like a really annoying character in someone and trying to word it in such a way that's positive. Like, for example, someone who is really blunt or just negative all the time, you can say, well, you're really, you really have an understanding of right and wrong, and you are able to assert yourself in a situation where other people might not, and you're able to see things on a serious level, and you're able to be honest about a situation and open. Something that we may assume that something's immediately negative. I just love that like mental kind of puzzle of, okay, everybody finds this person annoying. What can we find?
Yeah, let's look through that, make sure that it's not their immediate bullshit, stopping them from seeing the true color. That could be complex person, not an asshole.
Yeah. Who would you choose to be shipwrecked on Desert Island with? At this moment in time, probably Jordyn, because like I just met her and like she has like a lot of like cool personality traits. She's super talented, and so that would be cool. Also, Royal would be really cool to have shipwreck. It'd just be hilarious. Like everything, it'd be like, damn, we have no zebra cakes. Ian?
You wake up, he has a Batman mascot on you.
Like that would be what was important, you know? It's like, well, I got all the food. He's like, you forgot the zebra cakes.
He finds you got one zebra cake like stashed until he fights to the death.
It'd be great. It would be great. But yeah, if I were to be trapped on a desert island with someone, I'd be trapped on with Wi-Fi. Whoever Wi-Fi is, I'd like to be with him. Cool. Because he's always connected, you know?
He's always connected.
Free data. What's worth... No. I've already answered that question. All right. So, with my Mac is kind of touchy sometimes when it comes to scrolling up and down.
You know it is, don't you? He didn't tell us, Mac, that he loved it and appreciated it this morning.
Say that again?
You said you didn't tell your Mac you loved and appreciated it, and fucking knows.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Let's have a Mac love fest.
Totally gonna put my iPhone right down the pants. Call me.
We all love you, Mac. You are far better than Windows. Definitely better than Windows. Absolutely better than Windows.
Windows 10 agrees. Just tweeted me. From a Mac.
I mean, like that's the thing when they switched to Windows 10. I've never been a Mac person, and I was like, I'm done. And so I went out and I bought a $200 2010 Mac. This thing has been going for like ever, and it's like 6 years old.
It never crashes. It just stays forever.
Performs better than upgrading to a Windows 10 laptop that is high, has a great motherboard and high processing. I mean,
I got a 17-year-old G3 laptop still running the same software.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. Kind of a bad business plan. Mm-hmm. That's what almost killed him.
What is your idea of a perfect romantic evening? I think it would be to go out with someone.
In general.
Who would want to be with me. That'd be pretty romantic.
Yeah, be with somebody who likes him for him.
Yeah.
Doesn't want him to fall into any bullshit mode.
Mm-hmm.
Or mold, excuse me. Mode is completely wrong.
Yeah. I mean, just that right there, having a girl who would be like, Ian, you're cool. That would be really cool. That'd be cool on a lot of levels. See, the funny thing is if you like me, you probably don't know me well enough. That's my disclaimer to all girls out there. But for me, a romantic evening, it depends like how close I was to the individual. If I was, focused on marriage with that individual, I probably would really enjoy just one-on-one conversation.
Yeah, so right now you just want one-on-one with any person just human
Right.
contact. And I wasn't busted. I wasn't busted. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just,
Exactly.
it depends where you are, you know?
It's funny because the way you talk, it's like I'm just gonna follow along. It's like right, exactly.
Mhm.
You know, like it sounds like you're like you're not gonna make a joke, and so when you do, it's like yeah,
I get you.
this nobody would go out with me. That's right.
Well, it just depends where you're at, though. Right now, you just want some type of romantic contact. But once you have that, then you start to
Right.
produce what selection or selective
Right.
stuff.
Right. See, that's the thing. Like, the problem for me is because of my personality, I'm so adaptable that it's not really not like finding who, it's finding what, if that makes sense. Like, it's that process of, like, one of the things that my dad said is, he said, especially in this culture, it's important to know what you want. Like, in a relationship, you can oftentimes just drop everything for one person. And look at one person and idolize that person and say, oh, I want to do everything for that individual, but then fall short because you haven't found out who you are yet.
Yes.
And the process of doing that is finding out who you are, what you want, and what you want in yourself.
Correct.
And so it's that process of becoming a before you're looking for someone to complete you. Because guess what? If you're looking for... if you're having financial problems, you'll be married with financial problems. If you're looking to someone to cure your loneliness, you'll be lonely.
Yeah,
And
'cause
married.
it's deriving from inside, not externally.
It doesn't go away. Because so many people, they're like, well, you know, if I get married, someone will want to be with me my whole life. And that's ridiculous. Like, not that you can be with someone your whole life. I'm completely of that mindset and of being loyal and faithful, but that you're going to be constantly infatuated with another individual for the rest of your life, that is preposterous.
Yes, and also a real good way to get divorced.
Exactly.
Sure.
It's a verb. It's a verb, and you got to be prepared for doing that. And that's the thing. Like, the reason that I want to go on dates with people because I want to play them, but because I want to truly know them in such a way that I can commit 100%. And if I don't feel like I can do that, definitely cut it off to such a point where it changes the relationship.
Yeah, he's out at 5,000.
That's right, where it's not partially romantic. You change that to a friendship, and I don't believe that you have to cut off relationship completely, but I think it's really important that you change how you interact.
Exactly.
Because otherwise you're either going to be led on by other people or you're going to be leading other people on.
Yep.
So for me, a romantic evening would just be time talking with a person, long walk, something maybe like miniature golf or something.
Miniature golf.
Like, something kind of like not innately romantic.
See how her backswing is? Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
She could not hit the lighthouse. I don't even know who you are.
Ian, I love you. Look at that drive.
Like, you're like, oh, I think it's not working out.
Oh, yeah, exactly. If you were to be remembered for one thing, what would you like it to be? I think the fact that I loved God and that I loved people and that I was others-oriented. Like,
Yes.
it's that idea of that I was selfless. And I say that because I'm not selfless. That's why I would want to be remembered.
You want to
as
aspire to those things. That is your spiritual goal.
And that's why I would say that I'd want to be remembered as that, because since I'm not that right now, I would hope that in the future I become that. Kind of, you know, the process of becoming a boy and a man is not constantly questioning, why am I boy? Why am I not yet a man? But yet focusing on who do I want to be? Where do I want to go? Instead of asking this simple or basic
Achieve
question
it.
or this complicated question, and just asking a simple question and following through. So, yeah. This was like the hardest one. If you were guaranteed honest responses to any 3 questions, who would you question and why would you ask them? Because I'm a Christian, I probably ask God, who created me, what my purpose is and how to accomplish that. And those would be my main 3 questions, because like I've always wondered, like, how does one love other people? You know, how does one go about that process of, you know, giving of yourself without like completely losing your own personal character? Because I've seen a lot of people like be consumed with other people, and yet they're still selfish. Like,
Weird, right?
It's funny, but they're not taking care of themselves. And so in and of that fact is like, I have a really cool friend who lives in Texas, and she's kind of always thinking about the people and how to help and what to do, and that's great. But the problem is when I went out with her, she didn't even make sure she drank enough water. So she was almost passed out in Walmart, and I had to run around in Walmart just to get her some water. And I was like, girl, tell me!
You forgot to drink water?
Like, if you feel dehydrated, it's easy to let me know.
She's like, oh shit, my dog and my grandma. Like,
Exactly. Let me just call. I have someone I need to check up on. You're about to pass out.
grandma's gone, dog's dead, and the water's next to him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, see, that's the thing, and like I really appreciate people who are balanced, and like I guess it would be if I were to ask of other people, like my friends or something, it would be like, do you really think I'm talented in a specific area, and what do you think of me in like specific fields of character, and really ask them to tell me how I can improve, because I have like begged for people to be close to me and then tell me what like my weaknesses are. And I think that's just mostly their own insecurity, and maybe mine that I'm projecting, that you don't feel comfortable telling someone how they could be better. But for me, that's really challenging, because I want to, you know, be able to accept whatever criticism. And so it's like, maybe I'm not ready for criticism.
Sometimes it burns, right?
They're not that willing to give it out. Maybe I'm thinking about this in an incorrect way. But, you know, you think about it, and you want, like for me, like I want to be better than the day previous. So just finding people who would tell me honestly what they found annoying, what they found irritating, what I could be better in, what I was arrogant about, how did I come off, what was their true first thought when they met me, because like everybody shines it and like makes it look nice. Like my first thought was, you have so much potential and you're amazingly talented. Yeah, right.
He's like, based on what? And he's like,
I'm sure glad you don't get to hear my first thought, because that wasn't my first thought of you. It's like, and you feel like a terrible person because like everybody else presents their thoughts like that. But I'm sure we think a little differently sometimes. Anyway, that is a great question though. If I saw someone shoplifting, what would I do? I would go and talk to them and ask them, why are they shoplifting?
He would actually say, Winona, again.
Yeah.
give me the dresses. She just pulling dresses out.
We had a garage sale, and there was a gal who was trying to steal scissors. Like, of all the things you could steal, why would you steal scissors?
So you could run with them.
Yeah. Well,
you can keep them, just don't run.
You were told not to do. That's right. Yeah, you should have a 21st question, which is, what are all the things that you were told not to do growing up that you really wanted to do?
Wow, that's a good one.
One of those would be to run nude in the streets, just for the heck of it. I've always wanted to do that.
Like you see all the college kids doing?
Like run in the mall and like be completely sober too, so I could enjoy it.
You have to wear a trench coat though and sneak on a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You gotta sneak them. Let them see you coming down. Is he naked?
Exactly. See, that's the thing. Like, I think, like, there's been so many people who've like, since we live in a, like right next to a park, there's like some homeless people who come through, and there will be a guy who will be like in a full tan colored bodysuit every once in a while, and you see him from afar, and you're like, hang on, what? And then you feel bad for staring, but then at the same time you can't help it. You're like, what is going on there? And it's like, maybe I should go get my tan bodysuit and join him. You know, we'll have a nudist meeting. That'd be great. But yeah, of all the things, the 21st question that you didn't ask, what are some other things that I've always wanted to do? Oh yeah, I've always wanted to yell in the library.
Oh wow, I did that once. Not a good idea.
No, I know.
You can get kicked out,
I'm
like
saying,
legit.
exactly. But like, I've always wanted to do that, just for the heck of it. Say, reading is good. Studying is great. You guys want to hear me narrate? Yeah. I think it'd be a hit. I come back and he's still streaming and Ian is still on. I know. I feel the same way. I'm kind of answer questions in a long way, so I apologize for that. And I wanted to be short too. Is there anything that you'd willingly give your life for? Yes, anything greater than myself. I would give myself life for a stranger. And I say that now because obviously I haven't been put in any mini life-threatening situations other than some car-driving stupidity. So, like, I think for me, with the understanding that my thought processes would still be the same, that I would feel the same as far as character, and that I'd have the courage adequate necessary, I'd give my life for a purpose higher than myself. And so if that meant extended periods of time, if that meant actually giving my life for an individual. He's only on the question. Okay, but sits down and eats popcorn. I like this guy. I like you too. Thanks for joining. And I watched a little bit of your interview too, and you're pretty cool. Just want to throw that out there. But is there anything that I willingly give my life for? Definitely my friends. Definitely my family. Definitely my enemies. If there was a potential for bad people to become better, to become good, I would definitely jump for that. If I could relive a day of my life again, what would it be and why? I think about that as like just that idea. I think back to all my failed crushes. Like, there's about 5 different girls that I would totally just ignore now.
Yeah, mistakes, right?
Not make a fool of myself, And I think that, like, I would actually still be friends to this day with some of them. Then just, like, be stupid, because, like, there's so much stupidity that I've allowed. Because, like, I think I started out, like, as any regular nice guy, in the sense that, like, I started basing my security based upon what other people thought of me. Mm-hmm. And that's a losing path. It doesn't work really well. I've tried many times, and I kind of try without trying too, because we're people. But like, there's this girl that I had a crush on for about 3 years, and then she got married, and I like followed her around everywhere. I was freaking annoying. And so I would go back to the original day when, like, she first gave me a hug, and I would have this note from the future Ian that'd say, "It's just a hug."
Yeah, emotionally attached.
Don't read into it.
Yeah, no matter if she smushed you with the boobies.
That's right.
That's what happens when your breasts are located on the front of your body. You're like, fuck, that's right.
I was so short too, and I was like, oh.
She's like, give me a hug, like, bam, like, oh, Lord have mercy. Take the ring, baby. Like, ooh.
I mean, yeah, like that's the thing. Like, I would have never said it then, but that was definitely one of those things. Like, you think about, like, that's a practical thing that, like, girls don't often think about. When you hug a guy who's shorter than you, just make sure you know like where you stand in that relationship.
Exactly. Yeah.
He is probably going to read things into it that you never thought he would.
Yeah. He's like, oh, wow, you're weaponized.
because guys think through what they like physically touch, like pretty much all the time. Like if I'm like attracted to a girl, I'm probably thinking about what I'm sitting on.
Yeah,
like,
if you brush your boobie on me, it's done. Like right there. RKO.
well, you know, not necessarily for me. Like it's still a process of in like character is still an incredibly big part of it, but it definitely does play a role.
It does.
So you want to be careful, especially because it is powerful. That's why I've had to be very careful with like my physical interaction with other individuals in a relationship, because as soon as you start that physical closeness with other people, everything escalates, you know, and it can get out of hand pretty quickly. Like, oh wow, I really am attracted to you, and she looks ugly and everything, but like because you had physical contact, there's that kind of connection, that emotional connection. Because like I have this theory that people were a lot uglier, like towards the beginning of creation.
They're straight up. There's had a tooth in their forehead.
Right. Well, like because there were giants, there were smaller people, and like everything was different back then. And so I think like the ideas of relationships, like back then, like you would either like go and sleep with a woman and get married, or your parents would choose your wife for you. Like those were kind of the two options.
Arrangements, yeah.
So like of those, like it kind of simplifies marriage. Needless to say, I'm grateful that my parents aren't picking my future wife. I think they pick well, but I think that I pick better.
He's like, Mom, she's nice.
She's too nice.
Way too nice, Mom.
Translated, she's not pretty.
Hi, I'm Laura. It's like, oh, fuck. Too bad we need this money, Mom.
Yeah. I'm actually having my eyes removed next week. That will be probably offensive.
She goes, do I look nice? She goes, guess what? Removed right now.
Offensive to the people watching. By the way, all the ladies who are watching, you're beautiful. Beauty comes from the inside. Also, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And it's very important to remember that. And know that you're valuable, know that you're special, and that you're worth amazing things, and that you shouldn't base your worth upon how you look, because that is fleeting. You ultimately want a guy who's going to love you beyond your looks, beyond, you know, just the things that will fade away quickly. So that's just kind of my shout out to everybody who's watching there, and that goes for guys too, because like it's not so much physical looks, but oftentimes it'll be like feats of courage.
Who you are, yeah.
How many animals we've shot, how many guys we've fought, how many, you know, thoughts we've thought, you know?
Yes, if you skydived and landed into a glass of water and survived it.
Then you are a man.
That's how you know.
That manliness test. It's coming, though. But, yeah. Yeah, so if I could relive a day of my life, it would be a number of days, but it'd probably be associated with any, like, just avoiding romantic stupidity. So any day with my crushes, whether it was when I was 8, when I was 13, or when I was 17, any of those times, that'd be great for me, just to know that I could take a step back. If I could be invisible for a day, what would I do? Oh, man. Well, there's always those creeper answers that you could like answer right away. But beyond that, I think it would be really cool to, like the day previous, knowing that the next day you would be invisible, like hang out with your friends, like a bunch, and then go to them interacting without you, and having that privilege of watching them, you know, just have a party or interact, or, you know,
without you in their natural habitat.
Exactly. And kind of see how genuine they were.
Yeah.
just kind of witness that and kind of truly be a fly on the wall, to be invisible. Also, I would definitely mess with people.
I would too.
Like I would probably talk to my friend and say, tomorrow I'll be invisible. You can use the Force, and I will be the Force. That would be so much fun. Like lifting up glasses and everything. And
Use the Force, I will be the Force.
Exactly. That'd be just so cool. But yeah, like I would love to like just kind of freak people out, and I would probably like go to certain companies, since right now I'm out of a job. I'd go to certain companies and like write with a pencil, "You should hire Ian Fletcher," just for the heck of it.
Like, how'd you hear about me? No reason.
Like you could write on teleprompters. You could like type anywhere. Like there'd be so many things. Like you could be Bruce Almighty for a day. Like you could do so much. I mean, I would just have fun experimenting with just how I could learn more about people, how they reacted to the unexplained, the supernatural. Mm-hmm. That'd be fun to just see their reactions, pull pranks. And then if there was any way that I could do a greater good as far as like helping people, like, you know, going to ghetto areas of New York and helping individuals through an invisible way. That'd be really neat.
So just a turkey floating down the road. Fuck them up. What's that? It's food, motherfucker. A floating turkey, bro. Eat that shit. Yeah.
But that's my answers. So
fantastic answers, man. Very well. Very good. Very good.
There's some incredible questions. I think I would have done quite well with just 5 because they're so deep. Like I
had all the questions. I wanted them to know who you are and how you think. And
right.
Now you guys know. No more cutting in on him during Skype calls now.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. It was an incredible privilege to be part of this, and it's been really cool to be able to interact with more streamers one-on-one, especially you, just kind of your chill, laid-back nature. You're not... you say more in your silence, I guess, than a lot of people do on here, and I really appreciate that. A lot of people will just kind of jump to say the first thing that comes into their mind, and for whatever reasons, you are someone who waits to, you know, give input where in a lot of ways you probably would have the best opinions on subjects or the most important, but you're willing to listen to others, and I really appreciate that about you.
Thank you. So, appreciate you too, man.
So yeah, I will be signing off. So thank you so much.
You get a shout out to your family and anybody.
Shout out to Stream, my wonderful individuals who are out there, the 7 people who are watching at this moment in time. You guys are amazing. It's great to have a creative outlet. It's great to just be able to be myself and to not worry about how people will receive me or take me. Actually, joining Stream has been really a process of being more secure as an individual and as a person, just because I can. There's no rules, and I don't have to worry about being on a stage in the same way where I have to be concerned about what people are thinking about me. So, yeah. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing and awesome. And wow, I talked for like an hour. I'm so sorry.
No, don't be sorry. It's fantastic. Interviews, my friend. And it's hours what it took and hours what it takes.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Love you, man.
Thank you very much. Love you too, bro.
All right.
Here we go. Call coming in, Jordyn. Are you ready? I could send the call. That way I don't have your personal information on the stream. Hello.
Hi.
tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you? And
My name's Jordyn. I'm from Canada and do a lot of cool stuff. And I'm kind of like new to stream. I've been on stream for like 3 weeks now. And just trying to like share who I am with everybody. So, yeah.
perfect candidate for Spotlight and Real Talk.
Thanks. Do you want me to like start with the questions?
You can do the questions. You can say instruments you play or something. You can do the questions first. You can even play a song if you would like to.
Okay.
If you're ready, no pressure.
Yeah. I'll do the instrument like halfway through the questions, kind of to give like a little break. Is that okay?
That's fine. It's fantastic.
Okay. So, if I were God for a day, what would I do? I have them typed out on my computer. Ian and I kind of like
Elaborate.
we were like Skyping as we were answering them, like, oh my gosh, what are you gonna put for this?
Fantastic,
so our answers
guys.
are like, yeah, they're like kind of alike. So, okay. So if I was God for a day, I'd do everything in my power to help as many people as possible. But like even then, I don't really know, because we don't know what it's like to be God. Because obviously it's like a very difficult job, because the hardest job that can possibly exist.
It's the hardest job unimaginable, right?
Yeah, exactly. So like, I don't even know if I'd be capable of helping that many people in the grand scheme of things. Like he would do a better job than I would, so I just kind of like try to help as many people as possible, and yeah, do whatever I can really to put a smile on people's faces.
Good. It's good.
If I could be a parent of one famous person, who would you want it to be and why? Okay. So I was gonna say Miley Cyrus, but I think that Jetpack said her, and then you said Michael Jackson, and I was thinking Michael Jackson. So then I decided Justin Bieber. Because like I live 2 hours away from where Justin Bieber like grew up and stuff, and I used to be like obsessed with him. But then like over the years he's kind of turned into like not a good person. So if I could have prevented him from becoming famous or letting the fame get to his head, then, because then everybody deep down is a good person, and he has a lot of talent, so I feel like I'd be able to help so he didn't turn out to be as bad of a person.
He's become now, yes.
Yeah. Pardon?
Days became now. But
Yeah.
he can always go back. He can always find a better way.
Yeah, you can always try to fix the mistakes that you've made. Mistakes are learning experiences.
Yes, they are.
What was the last thing I regret buying? The thing that I'm talking into right now. Hello.
Yeah, Blue
It
Yeti.
Pardon?
Is it the Blue Yeti?
I don't even know. It was really expensive though. Like it was $350.
Wow, too much for.
Yeah, I got it for like recording for my YouTube videos and stuff. So yeah, but I was talking to Ian, and Ian's like, he was asking me about it and stuff. I was telling him about it, and I told him how expensive it was, and he's like, I wish he had told me, because I guess he has like connections, because he's into like all the techie stuff and stuff like that, and he has one that he said he could have gotten me for like $35. So I was like, ouch. But yeah. If you had a chance to bring one person back from the dead, who would it be and why? Pretty much everyone in my family, because I feel like that's just like, that's kind of typical, I guess, but like, I don't know, just to be able to spend another day with them or another second with them, or like to have one more hug. But if I had to choose one person individually, it would be my uncle Rob. Like, he wasn't really my uncle, but my grandma, he was in a wheelchair, he was paralyzed. My grandmother took him in. We have no relation to him, no blood relation, but my grandmother worked at the nursing home that he was in. His family kind of abandoned him when he was 40 and brushed him to the side. So he was in the nursing home, and my grandma eventually decided to move in with him at his parents' house that his parents had left to him after they deceased. So my grandma, like, took him under her wing, and then ever since I was born, it was always, we're going to Rob's house and we're going to go see Rob. So he and my grandfather, I don't get to see him too much. So he was kind of like my grandfather figure. And he just recently passed away a few months ago. I had to sing at his funeral and stuff. So if I could bring him back just to like let him know how I'm doing, because he was always so concerned with how I was doing, where I was going in life and stuff like that. So it would be cool to be able to
Have that
spend
chance to
another
tell
second
them.
with him. Yeah. So, yeah, so that'd be cool. He was so selfless. Like, he's the most amazing person I know I will ever meet in my entire life. Like, never a complaint. Like, he was in bed for 2 years for bed sore. Like, he couldn't get up in his wheelchair. So, like, never a complaint, nothing. Always asking how I was doing and how everyone else was doing. And he was amazing.
It sounds amazing.
What three things I regret not learning to do? Well, I do quite a few things, and I don't think I'm happy with what I'm able to do and what I'm capable of doing and what I'll be capable of doing in the years to come. So I don't really regret not learning anything. I regret not learning things sooner and kind of like quitting on and off, because I went through a really difficult time transitioning between public school to high school, and I kind of like let negativity get the best of me, so I gave up a lot of things, like figure skating. I could have gotten higher than I am now, but I quit on and off. Learning guitar, I wish I learned guitar sooner. I just started learning again 2 days ago, but don't really regret not learning anything. I'm happy with what I'm able to do, and I'll be able to kind of build on that. So
Good. Just wish you would have utilized the time and not so many spaces between. Kept to what you do now, which is what you did then, so you're always destined to do what you're doing now.
Yeah, exactly. And who knows what I'll be destined to be doing in the next few weeks, the next few months, years, stuff like that. So whatever happens,
Fantastic.
happens. Like, I feel like if I haven't learned to do something, I wasn't meant to. And maybe I will be in the future, but whenever it happens, it happens. If I had a crystal ball that could tell you the truth about any one thing and wish to know about yourself, life, the future, or anything else, what would you like to know? Oh my goodness. It's funny because as I was reading that, I literally have a crystal ball like right behind my laptop. But I wouldn't really ask it anything, because I feel like it's just, if I'm supposed to know something, I'm supposed to know something. If I'm not supposed to know something, I'm not supposed to, and I'm not going to flirt around with that and mess around with it, because I feel like it could possibly mess up things that are supposed to happen in the future. So yeah, I wouldn't really ask anything. Some people might think I'm crazy for saying that. Like, oh, why would you want to know this?
You like the mystery. It's all about the mystery.
Yeah,
you
like
can't
I
overanalyze.
wouldn't want to know like what's gonna happen, because then what's the point? You're not gonna be really looking forward to it, or if something's supposed to happen but it doesn't end up, you're gonna be disappointed, or vice versa. So,
like a Christmas present you snuck into, and now you ruined the best present you've ever been bought for you.
I did that. Oh my goodness.
I did too. I learned the hard way.
It was a phone. I got a the very first generation of iPhone.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Just, like the circle one. Or not the circle one, like the rounded one.
Mm-hmm,
and I snuck in and I looked in the box. It was like a contraption, but like a mystery box type thing. Like, you didn't open it and it was directly there. You had to actually find out how to open another compartment inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I went in and I figured out how to open it up and everything. So when I opened it up on Christmas, my parents were like, how did you figure out what it was so fast? Because I'm sitting over there with the phone in my hand and my brother's still trying to, like, figure out how to get into it.
Why is it already installed with your Skype?
Yeah, like, you have, like, a list of text messages that you've sent. Like, how is that possible? Okay. What's worse, having expectations that are too high, or having none at all? Ian and I also discussed this one, and we kind of like were bashing heads. It's sort of depends on your perspective, like how you interpret the question, because I feel like you should have high expectations for yourself, but you should not have high expectations for those around you. But you should also know how you should be treated, which kind of like conflicts with the idea that you shouldn't have high expectations for people. Because in a sense you should, because you should think that people should treat you a certain way because that's what you deserve. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to explain.
Yes, and it's not a high expectation. It's more of a requirement for self-respect. I mean, there's
Yeah.
and they try to put a
exactly.
level of 1 to 10 to it when it's not 1 to 10. It's a good, positive, that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
How do you know that you're in love? Well,
Yes,
I don't
it is,
know.
Darren.
Pardon?
Darren in chat, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I don't know. I don't think anybody knows. It just happens, and then it's like, okay, yeah, I love this person. Because when I was first thinking about this question, I was like, oh, when you do anything for that person.
Mhm.
But I do anything for a lot of people, but that doesn't mean that I love them in
That way.
a romantic sense. Like, for my family, I know that I love my family because I do anything for them. My friends, I know I love them because I do anything for them. But actual, like, true, like, romantic, like, I want to marry you kind of thing, I thought I was in love with someone. I'm young. I thought I was in love with someone, and he turned out to be a piece of garbage. And so then I was like, okay, no, that's not what love is. So I'm still searching, but I have lots of time, and I'm not rushing to find out what it is. But one day it will happen, and love is the best yet worst thing in the entire world.
It will happen until you're going to bawl like a little girl, I'm telling you. Once that feeling hits you and it comes full circle and you realize exactly what you just experienced, you will cry. Every man, even men do. Don't let them lie to you. I did. I really did. It's like 2 fucking weeks, man. I was like, Jesus. I almost had the
Like,
flu.
And I hate the fact, like, I'm a feminist, but, like, not just, like, for women. Like, I believe in complete and total equality, which if you look at the definition of feminism, that's what it is. A lot of people misinterpret it and think it's just for females. But, like, I hate the fact that men are supposed to have abs and muscles and all this stuff. They're not supposed to cry. They're supposed to be mean to people. Like, no. If a guy cries, like, oh my goodness, like, if a guy cries in front of me, it's like, okay, you're human, and you're not afraid to show your emotion. Because I think that guys should cry however much they want to cry, same with women, you know what I mean? Like,
Yes, I do. It serves the purpose of expelling pent-up emotion. If they don't cry,
yeah,
it's going to be some problems.
if you don't cry, it's going to build up, and it's going to set you off in a different way, whether it be violence, self-inflicted violence. You just have to, like, let your emotions out, no matter who you are, what you stand for.
Definitely.
What is the most important invention or innovation that has happened during my lifetime? I'm young, like I said. So, the internet, specifically focusing on YouTube, I say that because I use YouTube for, I just started recently for singing and stuff like that, which has been a kind of a cool experience. But also because I use YouTube a lot to study. Like,
Cool.
For history, I'll watch, like, little, like, tidbits of information on people that I'm not too familiar with and stuff, so that helps me a lot because I'm a visual learner. If they have, like, pictures on too, that helps me. So that's why I said study or internet,
You're
YouTube
right.
specifically.
I did the same thing.
Yeah. How would you spend your ideal day? I am not a people person to a certain extent. It depends on the day, to be honest. Like, some days I'm like, oh yeah, I want to go hang out with my friends. I want to go shopping. I want to go see a movie. But then there's other days, I think it's like that for everybody. There's other days where I'm just like, I want to just stay at home and chill and veg and listen to music and
Do me.
just be in my own presence. So, based on what I'm feeling today, just hanging out at home listening to music. Another day, maybe, like I said, going out shopping, whatever. What if anything is too serious to be joked about? Ian said this one. Suicide, because suicide is not something that should be joked about, and I hate it when people jokingly say, like, kill yourself, and I absolutely despise the idea that there's that, like, slang, like, texting thing now where it's, like, KYS.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really? That's, because I have been in a situation where that has been, like, something that was a part of my life because of things that I was dealing with, and you never know what someone else is going through. This is my entire outlook on life. You never know what someone else is going through. So why ever say something that could influence someone to cause harm to themselves or another, even if it's in a joking sense? So when I used to get severely bullied. Like, I used to get told every day to go home and kill myself, and I'm not going to say the other vulgar things that they told me to do, but I just don't understand how people could possibly ever say something to someone, even if it's joking. Like, and no offense to anybody who has ever done that, because I have done that as well. Everybody does. We're human. But, like, whenever I'm walking somewhere or anything like that, if I'm meeting new people, passing by new people, I always smile. It's the one thing that I do is I always smile, because my theory is, if someone's walking, you don't know what they're thinking, what's going on in their life, because they have a life apart from yours, and you'll never know the extent of what's going on within their life. So what if that person is going through a very difficult time, and they're contemplating hurting themselves or others? Why not just smile? Because maybe they're walking down the street or walking down the sidewalk thinking, nobody likes me, I'm such a creep, I'm a weirdo, everybody hates me, sort of thing. Why not smile at them? Because that one smile might change their day. Because
Correct.
there's been several instances where that has actually been fact, where people have messaged me, like, I'll smile at them in the hallway at school, and where they've messaged me and said, like, thank you for smiling at me today, or thank you for asking how I'm doing or what's going on in my life. Because, I don't know, I just, like, it makes me feel pride in myself that I like helping people so much, and it can get exhausting, but I enjoy that sort of exhaustion because it makes you feel good deep down inside. So,
Yeah, I put in spirit work.
Yeah, exactly. And it's nice knowing at the end of the day, I could have prevented someone from doing something, or I could have influenced someone to change something in their life to make their life better.
It's good. It's really good.
What 3 adjectives might other people use to describe my personality? Happy, smiley, and flexible in association to talents. Because I do a vast majority of different things that have kind of just added up over the years. So, which I'm very, very, very grateful for, because not a lot of people have an opportunity to take part in or do as many things as I've done, but it's taken a lot of hard work and a lot of practice, a lot of things behind the scenes that people don't understand. But, yeah, I think that generally my appearance to other people is that I'm kind and stuff like that. Basically, anything positive, because that's kind of how I try to portray myself in society, is as a positive individual and spreading love and happiness and stuff like that.
It's good. It's pretty good.
Thanks. Who would you choose to be shipwrecked on a desert island with? Okay, a lot of people, but I wanted to kind of like shorten it down. So I said my best friend Julia and my best friend Faye, because they're my best friends, and I feel like that'd be kind of cool, even given the circumstances. But then if I had to choose someone from Stream, Ian or Thomas. Ian, because he has been, over the past like 2 days, he's been helping me learn how to play guitar. which has been cool, and that would be cool. And he's a really cool person. He's funny, so he'd be like funny to be around and stuff. And he'd probably make the best out of the situation.
Plus, he shares your personality set of positivity.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very important.
We really connect. Yeah, and that's the same with Thomas. Do you know Thomas, AWOL artist?
I see him on here, but I don't know him personally.
Well, yeah, same with me. Well, I've gotten to know him more personally, but like he also shares the mindset that I do, and then the mindset that Ian has to an extent, which would be cool because he's an artist, I'm an artist. Like we have a lot of things that coincide with each other, so that'd be cool. But yeah.
We have a question from a viewer, Farrell Darren. He has a question. When did you first pick up the ukulele and know it was something you wanted to pursue?
Okay. So, my entire life I've been surrounded by music. My family's very musical, my mom's side of the family. So I started learning piano when I was 8 years old. I took lessons for a couple years, quit. And then I started teaching myself, just watching YouTube tutorials or listening to a song and then teaching myself how to play it on the piano just by ear, just by sound. So my ex-boyfriend, he was not a bad ex-boyfriend. Like him and I are still friends. So don't get me wrong, but he had a ukulele, and I was really fascinated by it because he'd kind of just like mess around with it, right?
Looked around with Hawaiian shirt.
he just like mess around with it, and I was fascinated by it. Like I had never been able to play the guitar, no matter how hard I tried, because my hands are so tiny. But I picked the ukulele up, and I was like, oh my goodness, I have to get one of these. So his friend had a ukulele that he didn't use anymore, so he gave it to me. So that night, I went home, and I taught myself 2 songs within an hour.
Oh wow!
And I found it very easy to play and very easy to sing along to, which I thought was going to be a lot more difficult. But I picked it up, and I just like I have it right here. I don't know. This is a perfect time. I'll play the song actually.
Yeah, perfect time. Yeah, and they're also asking, can you play a song for us? So it's
okay.
Trifecta here, guys. It's coming together.
Well, yeah. So I picked it up, and once I started playing, I just instantly knew. Okay, so I have my fancy dancy microphone here, and Ian and I tested it out, so it should be okay for this. Okay.
Okay.
The first song, I'll do one song and then I'll do a little tiny bit of like another song because it's my favorite one to sing.
Okay.
But yeah, this is called Riptide by Vance Joy, and I'll try to like move this so that you can see the ukulele a little bit. My phone might fall, so just bear with me.
It's okay. I'll move the microphone on this side so you have the pure channel for your music.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So Riptide by Vance Joy. I was scared of dentists and dark. I was scared of pretty girls and starting conversations, and all my friends are turning green. You're the magician's assistant in their dreams. And they come unstuck. Sorry, can you hear okay? Is it okay?
Yes. Yes, it's fine. It's perfect.
Okay. Lady running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. There's this movie that I think you'd like. This guy decides to quit his job and head to New York City. This cowboy's running from himself, and she's been living on the highest shelf. And they come I got a lump in my throat, 'cause you're gonna say my words wrong. Okay. And then, this other one, I feel like a lot more people will be familiar with. It's by Elvis Presley.
Oh yeah.
Wise men say, can't help falling in love with you. But I only know like the chorus, like I don't know the bridges and stuff, so it's very short, but okay. It's my favorite to sing by far. Wise men say, only fools rush in.
What?
Is this so nighttime?
Yeah, go to your room now. I'm streaming. Get out of here. Close the door and go to bed.
Shall I stay? Would it be a sin? For I can't help falling in love with you. But yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. That was perfect.
Thank you. So that
Beautiful music.
the ukulele, it's like a $20 ukulele that I got for free. Started teaching myself about 2 months ago, and then started trying my voice with it like the same night that I got it, and it's just kind of like.
Did you hear what he said?
Yes. Pardon?
My son, he came in here and said, "Is mom here? Is it morning?" I said,
Really?
"No, I'm streaming. Get out of here." He goes, "Oh, he's not awake. He's sleep zombieing right now."
Oh.
Yeah, he's laying right here, down.
Aw.
It's cute, right?
I love kids. Oh my goodness. All right.
It's funny, right? Totally lit.
What is your idea of a romantic evening? Okay. I'm from the country. In case you can't tell, there's a deer
Country
on
in
my
Canada.
wall. But yeah, I like the closest mall to me is like an hour away, and it's not even like a nice mall. But yeah, I'm like rough country. And my idea of a perfect date would be like going to see a movie and like going out for dinner. And then, oh my goodness, my phone's falling. I apologize. I'm sorry.
It's fine. No problem.
So going out for dinner, going to a drive-in theater, like where you sit in the car and like watch the movie. And then like getting a pickup truck and then filling the cab with like blankets and like pillows and like just like as many blankets and pillows as possible, and then just like chilling in there and then like looking at the stars. I know that probably sounds cheesy, but I've always wanted to do that, even by myself.
Just
Like,
enjoying
I'm gonna-
nature, open
Yeah,
night.
like I'm just gonna ask my dad to like take his truck out one day, and I'm just gonna fill it up with blankets, and he's gonna be like, "What are you doing?"
What do you think I'm doing?
Yeah. What are
I'm
you
bed
doing?
camping, buddy.
But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it'd be really peaceful and like relaxing and like embracing nature, because I love nature. Like I love going for walks and hikes and all that jazz. But I remembered for one thing, what would I like it to be? This is kind of like what I'm already known for, I guess. Like this is what everybody knows me by at school. Just being like a positive person and a happy person and trying to make other people happy. I'm a very selfless person. I put others' feelings and emotions before my own, to an extent, obviously, but I just like knowing that other people are happy. So I go out of my way, above and beyond, to make people happy.
Yes, empathetic, positive personality. When they're happy, you're happy.
Exactly, yeah. It's a really rewarding feeling. It's like, yeah, I just made that person's day better. Like, that's like my main goal in life, is just to make other people happy, like even on here. Like, when I first got stream, I've been on stream for like 3 weeks now. When I first got on here, it was leading up to Christmas and New Year's. And so I would go into people's streams, and some people didn't like it, some people liked it, the majority of people liked it. There was like I think I went into like 50 streams probably doing this, and I think there was like 3 people that didn't like it. But I went in and I said, I just compliment them. Like for the guys, I'd say like, you're awesome. I wouldn't like compliment their appearance because I was kind of afraid that people would think I was hitting on them. And I didn't want people being like, oh, this new Jordyn girl, she's
Yeah,
going
most
after all the
will.
guys.
So that was a
Yeah.
great observation because they would, in fact, judged you.
Yeah. So I just go in and like give like a brief little compliment. The girls, I call them beautiful. The guys, I call them awesome, chill, whatever, talented. And then I'd let them react. I'd carry on a conversation with them for about 5 minutes, and then I'd just put a little blurb that said like, I'm here to spread positivity during the holidays because it is often found that people become very stressed out during this time of the year. And like, yeah, like I went into about 50 streams, maybe more, maybe a little less, and I think 2 or 3 people reacted at first, like, oh, what are you doing in my stream, sort of thing, and then but then they kind of like came to like realize what I was doing. They were appreciative. Every single one of them was appreciative, but some of them were kind of like, why are you doing this? But yeah.
Didn't expect you to be positive and not immediately try to.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, sorry, my computer just froze.
Okay.
If you were guaranteed, I did not have an answer to this until like now, sort of. So friends, I'd want an honest opinion on if my decisions are, if in their mind my decisions are best for me, and what things I could tweak about myself to make me a better person. Family, what do you want from me? Because my family is very supportive, but there's always bumps in the road, you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
The good things that I've done are kind of brushed aside. My family, like, I love my family. My family treats me amazing. But there's always difficulties in families, so it would be nice to kind of know, like, what I could do to improve our connection. But yeah, pretty much, like, overall, what can I do to be a better person? Because nobody's perfect. We can always better ourselves and better others in the grand scheme of things. If I saw someone shoplifting, what would I do?
That's great.
If I saw someone shoplifting, the first thing I would do is I'd walk over to them and be like, yo, what are you doing? I'd make sure that they were shoplifting at first, because I know there's been times where I've grabbed something and I've walked out of a store, like, and
By
I'm
accident,
like, oh
I have
my God.
too.
It's like, this is still in my hand. I'm not trying to steal. I just forgot I had it. And of course, I quickly go back in and I'm like, I didn't try to steal this. I forgot. But I'd go and make sure that that's what they're doing. And then if it was like someone who is homeless or something like that, I'd ask them if there's anything I could do to help. Like, I'd go buy them a meal. Like, when I go down to Toronto, there's a lot of homeless people on the streets and stuff, and if I'm going to give something to someone who's homeless, I'd rather go and buy them a meal, or I'd go and buy them a coffee or something and hand it to them directly versus giving them money.
They'll buy the drugs. They'll buy drugs or alcohol with that money.
And that may be stereotypical to an extent, but a lot of the times, because I've had to do studies on Toronto specifically in relation to homelessness, and a lot of it stems from drug use, drug abuse, leading up to actually becoming homeless. So I feel like if I actually provide them with food, like something directly, it'll kind of put me at ease knowing that they didn't go and use my money to harm their bodies.
Or take the last drug they'll ever take because of that money.
Yeah.
Especially,
Yeah, exactly.
you could actually accidentally learn that happened too by when newspapers work, you know. So that's a smart choice.
Thanks. If there is there anything you would willingly give your life for? Yes. Love, family, friends, and world peace. So love. That also I love saying to an extent, if you haven't already picked up on that. love to an extent, because if someone is like like a manipulative, abusive, whatever, and I love them, but maybe it's not the same on their end. If they're telling me to do something and it's like, you gotta die if you love me, it's like, hell no, like, no. But if it was someone who, like, say I was married to and we had like a good like marriage, relationship, whatever, and it was him or myself, it would definitely be myself. If it was my children, it would be myself in a heartbeat. Like, there would be no.
I concur.
Yeah, well, yeah, you have kids, so.
I have my boy, and yeah, I take care of him alone. So he's my little guy, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's good that you're there for him. And then world peace. Like, if someone was like, hey, you have to die, and then if you die, there's world peace. Yeah. Okay, yeah, take me, world peace. Because I'd die knowing that I was, like,
You solve the conflict
better.
of the ages.
Yeah. If I could relive a day of my life again, which would it be and why? Okay. The day that I met my ex-boyfriend, I would go back and I would not make eye contact with him. Because he ended up being a crazy a-hole. Which of whom I spent almost 3 years with.
You waste all that time with some.
Yeah, and he was a jerk face. Like, oh my Lanta, like, I don't want to talk about it on here because it's personal, but like, man, oh my
At
man.
least it
I
did
was
not.
not
At least
the
it
same
did not
person.
degrade your spirit. You still maintained your positivity, so you won.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, yes, I won, and I'm a better person now.
He's gonna
I'm
really
stronger
hate
now.
himself in the years coming on. I'm telling you right now. He's gonna hate himself. He's going one direction. You're going the other. The right direction. You're going the right direction.
Thank you. If I could be invisible for a day, what would I do? The first thing I would do is kind gestures to those who have done kind gestures to me, or even those who are having a difficult time in their life. I just kind of like, let's say, throw like $20 on the ground in front of someone and they're gonna find it, or like, I don't know, if they can't find their car keys, go and find their car keys and just like place them in front of them. I don't know, just little things like that. And then also mess with people.
Yeah, you had to mess with people. It's a prerequisite. It's in
Like,
the contract.
my ex-boyfriend would not see it coming. I'd just be like, ugh, like, yeah.
pull his ear hair. She's like, ow.
Yeah, like, get like, safety pins and just like
poke him. He's like, ow.
like safety pins in his face.
Or tip him
Man,
with a feather,
that was,
so he slaps himself in the face a lot.
yeah.
He's smack. Ah.
Safety pins in his face. Yeah. But yeah, but the main thing would be helping people, because I like helping people. It's what I want to go into. I start university in September, and I'm going through for forensic sciences and psychology. So it's my main like field of study will be the psychology part. So I'm thinking of being a psychologist for a little bit, and then possibly going to law school.
So like what, a forensic pathologist, or?
No, the forensic science would be for, it's a mixed program that I applied for, so it's called forensics and psychology. So I'd be doing the DNA, like, evidence portion, which coincides with psychology. It's not a forensic pathologist, it's something else. I can't remember the name of it. But from there, I can be, like, a police officer, a whole bunch of different things. But and then there's a program, it's a branching program from the university that I'm going to the United Kingdom for law school, so I'm thinking of doing that. But I'm also thinking of going to the military, which my parents don't know about yet. But yeah, I like helping people, so if I can help people, then I'm gonna do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Yeah.
So if everybody was taking a job like that, they can help people, the world would not be the state it is.
Yeah.
Big Macs don't save people.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, that's me. That's a little bit of who I am. And yeah. Well, thank you for like contacting me about it, cause that was really cool. I didn't know that people like did this on stream, and I always saw that you were like stream pick, like top staff pick, but I never like saw you stream ever. So it's cool
Well, I
to, like,
created
get to
this.
know you. Pardon?
I created the concept Monday, and then pushed it so I would have it done by this Saturday.
So like, is this like the first one?
This is the very first Real Talk. This is a Real Talk beta weekend. It's usually a
Well,
Tuesday night thing, so yeah, it's the first one.
Holy, that's cool. Well, I'm happy that I got to be a part of it. It was an
Well,
honor.
thank you for being on it.
Yeah, no problem. Well, I hope that you have a good night. And I hope that you stay safe and everybody watching. How many people are there watching? I don't have a stream.
It's going up and down, so you can't really tell. We have 272, so probably 94 people have been in and out this whole time. We have 9 to 12 to 15 that have been here the whole time, so we haven't went below 10 at all. But it's going up and down, so it's hard to tell.
Oh, well, to everyone who's in here, thank you for watching me and my complex mindset and ukulele fidgeting. But yeah, thank you everybody, and thank you. You're awesome. You're a really cool person, and it was nice to be able to interact with you and talk to you.
Thank you very much. Your positivity is addicting. I like it. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Okay, well, I hope that you have a good night, and I hope that you stay safe, and I hope that your son stays safe, and yeah.
Thank you. And thank you for coming on Real Talk.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. So what you guys think? For the first time, huh? Forget that little clock in the top left. That clock's lying to everybody. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's you. You gotta take the little faces out. It's funny, right? It's like, it's me. Where did he come from? Bam! I would like to thank everyone who came on Real Talk tonight. I'm very happy to meet all of you personally, especially Jordyn and Ian and Jama too. You know, she's a shy kitty. As I just got texted. Thank you very much, buddy. That's hilarious. Shy cat. Jesus. You play music fantastically, just so you know. Definitely, your positivity is infectious. You're going to do great things. I guarantee it. That kind of positivity goes places. It's the negativity in people that block them from things most of their life. That's what interests me in you coming on the show was your positivity. The positivity part, those people need to be recognized because they are the real people in the world. I don't know if Jetpack's still here, but I thanked him too. I don't know, he's probably with the wife. Oh, tonight? No, we're done for tonight. We went from 8 to 11. We actually went an hour over tonight. I'm going to have to pay the censors like $36 million now. That's funny, right? Definitely. Can't stoop down to their level, right? Then you would hurt your lower back. You're like, oh, God, I can't go that far. I got something you guys will like. I got a sound bite. Let's see. Is that? Thank you. You stay awesome too. Give you guys a treat. I'll let it play out with last song of the night. With some OTGod dubstep called Godstep. Here we go.
did.